Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
It's for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. Guard.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike, you can see that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, no it don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-Guard. It's no telling the panel filled with guest stars. You're now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You're now rocking with my man S-Guard. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S.God. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.
Yeah. What's good? Knicks Nation, salute to the blue and orange skies. You know how it goes all day, every day, New York. That's what we do. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Man-Cave podcast. And I'm your host, S-God. Today, we're going to be talking about Jalen Brunson's unprecedented pay cut, contract, whatever you want to call it, things like that, discount that helped the New York Knicks out greatly. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Brunson, he wanted to be here. He is here. So, hey, got to get that man a lot of props and things like that. And also, we're going to be talking about the NBA new deal, you know what I'm saying, TV deal, you know what I'm saying, and what it means for the rest of the league and players' salary and things like that, But like I said, if this is your first time to my podcast, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also share it to all your social media platforms. And hey, man, we just gonna have a good time talking Knicks basketball, talking NBA, man, whatever you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Please, jump on in the comment section, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for watching on YouTube, Twitter, all social media platforms, man. Thanks for being here, man. I'm going to bring my first guest on, co-host, my boy, Demit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk this thing with Jalen Brunson. You know what I'm saying? It's me. How you doing, man?
What up, Knicks fans? Let's get this season started.
I know we already ready to get the season started. I know we just watching like the summer league, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see some of these other Pacom Dadier, see what Tyler Kolek looked like, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Because I think, they'll be in the G League, but most likely they'll be helping the Knicks too, you know what I'm saying, as the season go on, due to injuries and things like that, But like I said, I'm going to try to bring this on, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the Jalen Brunson contract things and what it means and things like that. So let me cue this up in a little bit.
Well, that's a big signing. He needed that. It's something that is good that they made happen now than later.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing that he went about it early so that the Knicks can have that cap space and do what they need to do. But like I said, he left. It was a lot of money he left on the table, but they promised him to further put that back on the back end for him.
Yeah, let's see. While we at this, let me do this real quick.
This mean for Brunson and for the Knicks as a franchise going forward?
Well, Hannah, this is a massive development for both Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks as a group as they try to keep this team that has made it to the Eastern Conference semifinals the past 2 years and just added the fourth member of the Nova Knicks, Mikal Bridges, to this team last month, together for the foreseeable future. By Jalen Brunson taking a significant discount on this extension, it sets the Knicks up to potentially offer Mikal Bridges a similar extension, either a 2-year deal in October or a 4-year deal next summer. They could also potentially extend Julius Randle, who's eligible for his own 4-year extension over the course of this upcoming season. And Hannah, they have the entire core of their team now together for at least the next couple years. In the case of these Nova guys, for the next 3 years or more, now that they've got Jalen Brunson locked up. And this is obviously a huge moment for Brunson, a guy who came to New York wanting to prove himself as a guy who could carry a team after the Dallas Mavericks did not want to give him a 4-year, $54 million extension a few years ago when he helped lead Dallas to the Western Conference Finals. And with Sam Rose, the son of Leon Rose, is his agent now. And Leon Rose, his first client as an agent was Rick Brunson, obviously Jalen's father. They like to joke that throughout his 9-year journeyman career in the league, he never had a guaranteed contract at all. And now his son has just been guaranteed more than $100 million and helps this Knicks team stick together for the foreseeable future, potentially as a contender atop the East.
My competition?
Hey, man, that was a big get for the Knicks, man. Like I said, man, and I know a lot of people are like saying, like, man, how could you leave $113 million on the table and stuff like that, man, and all this type of stuff, man. But at the end of the day, if you look at his contract, though, it's a 4-year deal, 156. He left 113 million because it could have been a 4-year. What's that? 269.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought, was it 269 or 232?
It was 269.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, but the thing about it, but what it also do for him is like, even though it's a 4-year deal, the 4th year is a player's option, so he can opt out. So it's really a 3-year deal. So after 3 more years, he can opt out of his contract, and then he'll be eligible for a 4-year, $323 million deal. Or if he doesn't opt out, the next contract he signed could be a 5-year, $418 million deal.
Wow. There's
So
no way.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, I'll put it up on the screen as far as like what he's gonna say. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. And all this is, you know what, because of that TV deal. That's what I said. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, man. So Jalen Brunson, like I said, he did something that a lot of players wouldn't do, man. It's like, yo, I give him much kudos, much props for that, because guess what? He's trying to help the team to be competitive, sign some players, like keep some guys on the team and keep us competitive and stuff like that, and give us some flexibility. That's the most important thing a team needs, is flexibility, especially with the cap. You know what I'm saying? So when he signed that 4-year 156, I was like, yo, that's great. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have just sat out, just played out this season and then signed that 4-year 269. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to help the Knicks out, and like I said, helping us out, he's also going to help himself out too, because if you really look at it, playing in the New York market, you still gonna make it up with endorsement deals. I ain't gonna say you're gonna make a whole 113 million, but you're gonna get some endorsement deals, because now that he took a pay cut, you got some endorsers that be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, they big time Knicks fans, so they're gonna give him some endorsement deals. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get some endorsement deals. I mean, not to say that he already doesn't have them. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get some more.
Right.
So with him, for a 4-year deal, like I said, it's really a 3-year deal. So hey man. And by the time, what is he? He's 25, 26. So he'll be like 28 years old, and he'll be getting another deal again, another bigger deal. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be even.
Well, yeah, in all reality, it's because he has another year on his contract. It's basically just a 3-year deal.
Yeah. I mean, it kicks in next year, because he still have to play on the 25
Correct.
So it kicks in next year. And then, like I said, he has the player option in the 4th year of the deal. So, like I said, it's really a 3-year deal. So he has the option. It's not a team option. It's his option. So
right.
Most likely he's going to opt out after that 3rd year. You know what I'm saying? So that way he can get into that next contract, which would be the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, that's unprecedented, because, like I said, I thought Tim Duncan had did it, but now, I think about it, Tim Duncan did it later in his career, and it wasn't to this magnitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was almost on his way out,
because he only did it for LaMarcus Aldridge, so they won't go
right.
the tax or something like that. But this 156, like I said, a 4-year 156 for Brunson. Like I said, he's changed the culture of the Knicks. He's changed the perception of the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? He's putting the Knicks on his back. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these other dudes got to do is follow, bro. All they got to do is play their part, play their position, and you know what I'm saying? And we'll be right there, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll be right there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the East, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, I'm talking about the Atlantic. I mean, just in our division, Boston and Philadelphia and us, those top 3 teams are, they like the top 3 in the East with Milwaukee. You see what I'm saying?
I was about to say, yeah, don't forget Milwaukee's in there.
No. You got Milwaukee and you got Miami, the Heat too. You know what I'm saying? But like
and
I said,
Indiana. I mean, let's not count them out.
What I'm saying, that they're gonna be like the top 3. You know what I'm saying? Indiana is good. You know what I'm saying? Miami's good, and Milwaukee would be right there too. You know what I'm saying? But right now, the odds, the odds to win a championship was like Boston is first, followed by Philadelphia, then New York is third to win a championship.
Really? They
Yeah,
they got New York over Milwaukee.
yeah, they got Knicks over Milwaukee and Minnesota and Denver. They got them over there. The
Really?
Knicks are in third. Yeah, for the odds to win an NBA championship because
Because
they're looking.
since losing Harstein, we lost the championship piece right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they say.
That's what they say. That was the key to our success was him.
Yeah, but hey, at the end of the day, man, like I said, this deal with Brunson, like I said, 4 year, 156. Let me see if I can pull it up and see what it entails.
Hmm.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, like I say, break it down, man. I was like, Shay, man, because like I said, he really could have signed for like the max and just wait till next season and stuff like that. But like I said,
Exactly.
he did us a huge favor. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, he understands it. You know what I'm saying? They said he took a little page out of Derek Jeter, Tom Brady, and some other guys who took pay cuts. You know what I'm saying? To
Hmm.
for the betterment of their team. To try to win to try to win it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen, I hope what Julius Randle sitting sideline, he saw how to, he saw how to develop the dog in him
Hmm.
to continue with everything there because going into the season, there's got to be a lot of pressure. And like I said, what you saying that they got them already ranked third, that's a lot of pressure to put on them early.
Keith, what's up, man? Greetings from the ATL. I'm in the ATL too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So hey, you know how it is down here in the ATL, bro. Hot as a what? 95 degrees out here, man.
Hmm.
So good. Thanks for tapping in, man. Talking this Jalen Brunson thing, man. You can leave your comment in the comment section, man. What you think about the Jalen Brunson deal and like giving the Knicks a massive discount. You know what I'm saying? Allowing us flexibility to do some other things. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, the season is not even started yet. So, hey, there's gonna be some other things happening too, man. So we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen. But I mean, that's a great start right now. You know what I'm saying? We was able to do the Mikal Bridges deal and stuff like that. The trade, I mean. So hey, everything is turning out good, man. I can't complain. Let me see this extension. Trying to see if I can bring this thing up. Yeah, okay. It's Brunson deal. So you see in 2025, you know what I'm saying? It's like with the total be 156. 2025 is going to be 34 million, then 37 million in 2027, then 40 million in 2028. And then, like I said, the last year the deal is $43 million, which he can opt out of that player's option, out of that deal. And then it could roll over to the next deal, which would be a 4 year, $323 million deal.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But if he doesn't opt out, then I say then he could do a 5 year deal, and the 5 year deal will be worth $418 million.
There's no way that the contracts is ballooning that crazy.
It's blowing that crazy. It's going that you because like I said, and the reason why, like I said, because of that TV deal, bro. That TV, you just see that TV deal, 11 year, $76 billion. $76 billion is what the new TV deal is going to be. So, and like they say by 2031, which is 2031, because the TV deal kicks in at 2025 next year. They say by 2031, somebody like a Luka Doncic could be making $80 million a season in one season, $80 million, and they say,
What?
yeah, and they say and by 2033 they could be making $100 million. You can see a player making $100 million in a season, $100 million a season with this TV deal.
There's no way. That's
That's
just
where it's going. That's where it's going. But the reason why, because when they get this money, they paying these players. The players, you know what I'm saying, and from the team, everybody got to. That's why they got to sign these contracts, so that way they do all the revenue sharing and stuff like that from the teams. That's why you can't just sit on the money. Like let's say the salary cap is going to go up. So if the salary cap goes up, let's say like 180 million, whatever. and you don't want to pay. You can't just sit there and be like, well, I ain't paying nobody. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause ain't nobody good. You can't do that. You have to pay somebody. You know what I'm saying? They make you do that. So
Mm.
90% of the cap. So that's how they do the revenue sharing between the teams. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
yeah,
I totally understand at this point, but it's like that's what I said. They ballooning some of these contracts way out of control. Where as the consumer watching the game or going to the game, it's just going to be bananas.
people gonna say. I know some people saying like, how people gonna afford to go to the games? I was like, if
Right.
it gets too expensive, I just watch on TV. I just
Yeah,
watch.
but I mean, eventually that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to pay for everything to do, like for you to watch. Well, you buy the NBA package or whatever. You're right. You already buy into it. But soon it's like HBO and the Showtime. They're going to start the, taking themselves away from these cable channels so you could buy their network just to watch their network.
Okay, well, check this out, right? Because guess what? We had an apartment in 1995, right? It was $600, right? For
No,
one,
well,
it's a two
yeah,
bedroom, right?
yeah,
Now it's like $2,500 or $3,000, and people paying it. You see what
right.
I'm saying? I mean,
Mm,
that's like three times. Everything is just the inflation. Everything is just ballooning and ballooning,
yeah,
ballooning. Is getting out of. Trust me, it's getting out of
right.
control. But then if you look at that TV deal, the TV deal before that, you know how much the TV deal before that was? It was only for $6 billion, $6 or $7 billion.
Right, right.
Now it's 76 billion. That's like seven times, like no, like 10, 11 times that. 76 billion, not million, $76 billion.
Well, that makes it better because now when they flip over to, I guess, the WNBA for next year, since they got more people watching, or they should get more money too going into next year too.
Money was good, bro. Yeah, yeah, for the WNBA and stuff like that, man. It's gonna be crazy, man.
Mm.
But like I
So
said, it's
every
only gonna help the league though. You know what I'm saying? It's like only
Oh
gonna
yeah, 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 yeah,
it's only gonna help the league. Like I said, as like, and I know, like I said, when you look at some of the things, when you look at it, it's like you look at it you look at it like everybody's going to eat, man. Everybody's going to eat because you look at the what is it, the rookie extensions right now. Look at them extensions. 5 year 224. I mean 225 for Kay
yeah.
Cunningham. 5 year 225 for Mo Wagner. You see what I'm
I
saying? So
know. Yeah, I saw
but
that. But then
they,
his brother got the little BS contract.
right, the 222, yeah, because they ain't paying. I mean, are you talking about Maurice Wagner, the other one?
Yeah, yeah. They gave him like the little BS contract, but they gave the brother the balloon contract.
Yeah, I mean he's the young star with Paulo Banquero. You know what I'm saying? That's their two pillars right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yeah.
somebody told me Paulo wasn't all of that too. I was like, I
Who
don't
said,
know about that.
who said that?
So, the young boy at work told me Paulo was not
Well,
like that. I was
well,
like, yo, I don't know what you've been watching.
yo, listen, he might get the names mixed up with somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Because
I
give
listen.
this, bro.
I'm watching this young man's game develop like crazy, yo. Fast. Like you know when you watch Tatum's game grow,
Yeah.
yo, Paulo's game is growing faster than Tatum's game.
Yo, but let me tell you something. Even when he was at Duke for that one season, bro, and I was like this, like before he even got to Duke in high school, and I watched him, I was like, oh my god, this dude's gonna be a problem. Because I mean, he was shooting from all three levels. He can do anything. You know what I'm saying? He can bring the ball up all three levels. He got in college. I was like, yo, his 1 year in college was great. You know what I'm saying? Then he got to the NBA. It's like, yo, yeah. Like I said, he's been working on his game, been working on that game. You know what I'm saying? So he's
Right. And the difference with between him and Tatum is, yeah, I think he played better at Duke than Tatum too.
yeah.
And nevertheless, he has the body size, the
But,
girth
yeah,
on.
yeah, but he's a power forward. He's like 6'10", 6'9", like that, but and 250. So I mean, he's always been, you know what I'm saying. So he played the
Yeah, but
five at
that's what
Duke.
I'm saying. His girth of his body size
Hmm.
helps him in his game against a lot of players as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, because like I said, he has a typical NBA body, a 6'10",
Right.
250 dude that
Correct. Correct.
he can shoot from three levels. You know what I'm saying? From
Right.
three
No, no, no.
mid
Yo,
range,
he's
game
well,
inside.
he could be in, out, whatever. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like Tatum to me is not a particular post player. He's like a he's like a small forward frame. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not really
yeah. Tatum's a small forward. I mean, I mean, he's a small forward. I mean, he's always going to be a small forward.
right,
You know,
right, right. But Paulo can he could play all right.
yeah, he's a power forward. I knew that when he came to Duke. I was like, he's 6'10", 250. I was like, oh, this dude got the perfect body and all this type of stuff. It's like, yo, he's like
Yeah.
a little man child. You know what I'm saying? He's like a little man.
Correct. Correct.
You know what I'm saying? G
Correct.
Money, so G Money, the link is in there, man. If you want to come on and stuff like that, man. Thanks for tapping in, bro. Good seeing you and stuff like that. Yeah, you're right. He is a basketball prodigy. Dude can hit the three mid range, put the ball on the floor. Yeah, he's one of the best players coming out of
Yeah, all over the place. Yeah, that dude is all over the
a
place.
long time, man. You know, the Seattle been bringing a lot of good dudes out of Seattle. DeJounte Murray, you know what I'm saying? What's the name back in the day? You know what I'm saying? Nate Robinson, Brandon Roy,
The
all of them.
list goes on and on.
I mean,
Fucking
list
Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford, Nate Robinson. The list goes on and on for Seattle,
Yeah.
man. You know, from back in the day and stuff like that, man. And they still bringing it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right about Jalen Brunson. He's a warrior and the same for taking less to help New York construct a championship, and that's another thing. Like I said, and because of what Brunson did, you know what I'm saying. Now, what's name say he's going to take a discount too? Mikal Bridges when his contract come up. So it's like, hey, the more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? The more the merrier. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen. I wasn't looking for Mikael Bridges to say that. I was wondering if Julius Randle was gonna pop in and do that.
Gee,
What's
what's
going
good?
on?
What's
What's
going
shaking
What's
and
on?
baking?
happening?
Yeah,
What's
man.
cracking, sacking?
Just talking this Knicks thing, man, on here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, like I said, I knew you was excited too, man, when you saw the Jalen Brunson taking that pay cut and stuff like that, man, to help the Knicks with the flexibility and stuff like that. I know what was your first reaction, man?
I love it. I love it if you're JB. JB, like I said in the chat, he's a warrior. He's a sin. Not to meet everyone in the chat. Not to meet everyone in the chat. Please
Yeah,
smash the crush the lights
No.
from an S God. Please smash the crush the lights. I mean, JB's a saint, man. Taking less to help the Knicks reach the crown, to help the Knicks reach their goals. I mean, JB is a warrior, man. I mean, he cares about the team. He took 113 less, took a 40 and 157. I mean, I mean, he cares for the team. He cares about the city. And wants to help the Knicks reach the mountaintop. And also, he took less money so we can also lock up Bridges too. So, JB is an absolute dog for that, man. Salute to Brunson.
man. I mean, like I said, just like I was telling D, man, I was just telling him, like, because of what he did now, like Mikal Bridges said, he's gonna be taking a discount too when his next contract come up. So hey, man, it's like, hey, if these guys want to keep it together, they know what they got to do. You know what I'm saying, and just keep this cohesion. And you know what I'm saying, that's a great thing, man.
Hmm.
It's a great thing, man. I
Right.
can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like in today's, like you said, in today's NBA, guys are getting the max deals and they ain't even looking back. You know what I'm saying? They getting the max deal. They just like, yo, I'm getting my bag right now. I'm getting that bag.
Right.
Oh, listen. It was the same thing with Harstein. I knew Harstein was gonna go for the money, but I wish he would have just took. That's what I told you. They could have offered him a 2-year deal, and then if he grew from that, he could definitely balloon into a bigger contract right after that.
Yeah, but I mean, look at, I mean,
Right. Right.
the most we could offer him was like 17 million dollars. You know what I'm saying? Was $72 million contract. But hey, you look at it, $17 million compared to $29 million. I guess he's like, hey, let me get this bag now because hey,
No, I dig it. I dig it.
Hmm.
I agree. And listen, I wish you to stay, but hey, man, sometimes you gotta do what's best for you and stuff like that. Because hey, you don't know if that's gonna
Yeah.
come around because look at what he did for us. I mean, he came to us on a 2-year, $16 million deal. He was only getting paid $8 million. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, right.
he had that big payday
Yeah.
and he cashed in on it. And hey, I'm not mad at Hartenstein. You know what I'm saying? I wish him much success in OKC. Hey, man, I mean, he's one of the good Knicks. And like I said, when he was here, you know what I'm saying? He represented for the Knicks and all that stuff. He played through injuries, you know, while he was here too. And hey, man, I ain't got nothing but love for the dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he put blood, sweat, and tears on the court when he played last year,
Hmm.
especially last year through a lot of injuries. Look, he went and he chased the money. Nobody could be angry about. The Knicks couldn't offer him, and I would have been mad if the Knicks would have offered him something like that. I don't think his talents was 29 million in the bag.
Yeah, $30 million. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah, you
I
can't
don't
pay
think he was
everybody.
worth 30.
Yeah, you can't pay everybody, man. You got to pay like the top tier players, and then get to like a little bit under that. I agree, because after a while, it's like if you pay him 30, and you pay Brunson 40, and then Julius 40. It's, you know what I'm saying? After a while, it gets out of hand sometimes like that. So you got to pay like the dudes that need to be
Nah,
paid.
but if you pay him the 30, then you definitely got to ship Mitchell off. You got to trade Mitchell. You gotta clear most of that bench. They wouldn't
Agreed.
have that money.
Like
You know what I
Bogey still
mean?
gone, Burks, yeah, more likely, yeah.
Right. You gotta clear house. And then
Yeah, but
him defensively, you knew the reason why I think we got through that Philly series is because Mitchell Robinson played hurt through that series as well to help stop Embiid
yeah, Mitchell Robinson
in
was
So
that series.
vital. He was very
You know what
Mitch
I
vital.
did.
mean? So without that, I think Harstown played against him, but he didn't play like Mitchell.
Right.
They
True,
played different
Mitch was
games
big time
against
in
him.
that series. Yeah, Mitch was big time in
He
that series.
he was very big time in that series. He
Yeah.
he challenged he challenged because you don't look to stop Embiid. You just look to slow him down. You can't
Hmm
stop him.
Right.
There's no
Right.
way to stop him.
You
There's
Yeah.
can
no
only
way.
contain him. You
That's it.
can't stop
That's
him. You
it.
can only contain
That's
him. Kevin
that's
Harlan
it,
reference.
man.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I mean. There's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way.
But like I said, the only thing I like with Mitch is like he just got to stay healthy. But he's on a friendly contract of 15, $16 million.
Mm-hmm.
Great, that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? And they got rid of Bogey in the which call it trade. Alex Burke left. He went to where did Alex Burke go
Yep.
to?
He went to the Heat. He went to the Heat.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. He went to the Heat.
Yeah, he went to the Heat. And that's some other things. I look at some other deals that people were signing too, man. Like I seen like what's his name when Sadiq Bey he just signed with the Wizards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's coming off of ACL tears. I forgot he had got an ACL tear late. So that's
Hmm.
another thing. He ain't in Atlanta no more. So, but like I said, it was some other contracts. Jalen Smith leave the Pacers. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, 3 years, $27 million that the Bulls gave him. I don't know what the
Hmm.
Bulls want really
Caleb Martin went to the Sixers.
for less money.
That's a good. That's
For
a good
less,
move if you're Philly.
that's a real good
It's
move.
it's 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 a good move for them because he's a good bench player to come off the bench. Because what they had coming off the bench was trash.
Of
Yeah.
course,
But for him to go, he was upset with the Heat because he wanted more money. But dude, he was already a disappointment on the contract they gave him.
no. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is the Heat offer him like a 5 years.
More money.
Yeah, 5 years, $65 million, and he turned it down. Then he goes to the Sixers for 4 year, $32 million deal. But listen, I mean, I was just like, when I saw that, I was like, you know what? Yeah, something don't sound right. But I guess he wanted to be in Philly, man. He wanted to go to Philly because to help win this
No,
championship.
he just wanted to say fuck you to them because he felt he was worth more than that.
Right.
And
It's
and,
both. It's a combination of
and
both. It's both.
right, because for him to put up 10 points and be like you need more money, that's like them going back to giving Duncan and Duncan Robinson all that money.
Right.
There's a
You know
lot.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Look what
Yeah.
he's doing. You know what I mean? He's doing nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
So they wasn't doing that again.
when Duncan
And
got
Philly.
go ahead, G.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said when Duncan got that contract though, you know what I'm saying? He was shooting the threes, and then all of a sudden he got the contract, and then he couldn't shoot threes no more. And then they got Max Strus, and then Strus took his spot. You know what I'm saying? Then Strus got paid by the
Hmm.
Cavaliers, and then Strus ain't really doing too good with the Cavaliers either.
Hmm.
He's trying to fit into an offense where somebody already takes the bulk of the shots, though.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You can't go to another team where they rely on you hitting that open jump shot to now a guy that he could care less of you open. He's going to drive the basket and shoot it however he's going to shoot it.
just like I
Hmm.
said, I think this was the year. I was surprised there was so many movements in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's like it started, with the Mikal Bridges trade before the draft, and then after the draft, it's like everything just went like Paul George just leaving and leaving the Clippers and going to. I was like, yo, what's going on?
Clay getting traded to the Mavs.
Yeah. Clay got traded to the Mavs because he felt disrespected by the Warriors and stuff like that. Because
They wasn't trying to keep him either.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gone.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
wasn't.
it works out good for both of them because, like I said, it looked like they was trying to clear cap space to get Paul George, the Warriors, but
Yeah.
it didn't happen.
Right. DeMar to
Yo,
the
you
Kings
think?
too. That's a solid pick. DeMar to the Kings too. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a surprising move, but that's probably I don't even know why Chicago was looking to get rid of him because they have nobody.
Oh,
Exactly.
You talking about DeRozan to the
Yeah.
But what they were saying is like they say DeRozan played his last game for the Bulls. I don't know what happened or something like that. You know what I'm saying, behind the scenes and stuff like that. But I always knew he wanted to go back to California. He wanted go back to LA and stuff like that. So the Lakers was his preference. But you know what I'm saying. But he's in,
They didn't have that money. They didn't have the money to sign him.
I mean that's a good move for the Kings too though. You know what I'm saying. They get
Yeah.
DeRozan team up with Fox and also DeMonte Sabonis. You know what I'm saying, like this because the Kings were a good team though. You know what I'm saying. They just had some injuries and stuff like that with Fox and stuff like that. But they was one of the good teams out west too. The young teams coming up in the West. So that's a good move for them too because DeRozan like
No, that is a good move because
right,
it brings a better player than they had in the agent Harrison Barnes. That's
right.
all it is.
True.
And you just swap
True.
out a younger version of a Harrison Barnes on it. That's all you do.
True. It's gonna take that team some time though, because even though Double D is a better player than Barnes, my only concern with DeMar, Fox, and Domas, they're not. DeMar has a mid-range game. He's not a consistent three-point shooter. Same thing Fox and Domas. Like, how's the spacing gonna work though?
Yeah, well, I guess the spacing
Well,
they got.
it should open that middle up, no?
Well, you know what's name, but
True.
you know what's name shoot the threes though. Keegan Murray,
Keegan Murray
Keegan,
and Kevin
yeah,
Herter.
yeah.
and Herder, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Then now they just add more. Yeah, it should work.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said.
Right.
This season coming up is going to be so great for the NBA, man. Like I said, I can't wait for the season to start. I mean, there's a lot of storylines. A lot of teams got better that I thought, and everybody else can see they got better. So it's going to be a lot more competition this year in the NBA. Like I
Yeah.
said,
Yep.
Celtics had an easy ride to a championship. It ain't going to be that easy this season coming up. If everybody stays healthy, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It ain't going to be a cakewalk.
Yo,
Agreed.
did the Celtics re-sign Christoph Porzingis?
Yeah, KP still there. KP still there.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they signed him.
No, I think
They
he's still
signed.
right.
Yeah,
He's still,
KP re-signed. Yeah, KP re-signed. Drew re-signed. Big Al re-signed. Yeah, they kept everybody.
I knew Drew re-signed.
What KP re-signed?
KP re-signed too.
And he's going to be out. He's going to be out for a minute because that injury. He's going to be out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So even the start of next year, he'll still be out.
Yeah, KP's
Yeah.
Gonna be out. He's not even playing in the Olympics right now.
Oh yeah, he shouldn't if he's still nursing that injury.
I think he
But
has.
that like I said, that was even the reason why I didn't even know why they was trying to bring Kawhi Leonard onto if he was still hurt from his injury.
Who were you talking about?
The USA team, like if he was still nursing that injury.
Well, the clause could be nursing. We'll be at home nursing the knee right now because D White could take his place though. So, which is smart if I'm the claw. If Kawhi, that's very smart to not play for Team USA to recuperate and let that knee rest a little bit and prepare for next season.
Yeah, but that's a slap in the face. How you take White over Brown?
Man, but like I said,
Good point.
Man, they just picking these guys, man. They're not even letting them compete for the spot. They just picking these guys and just like, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't even got no shot to even try out for the team. They be like, nah, we want this guy. We want this guy. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But White, how do you come up with White out of everybody in the league though?
Right.
I was still trying to figure it out. Then when I heard that, I was like, White
over a Finals MVP. Finals MVP, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even know why Jalen Brown wasn't even considered. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This committee and all this stuff is like, hey, I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. The team looked like they're going to be all right, but I think they could have been a little bit better with some other players or something like that. And everybody, we all know as a Knicks fan, Brunson should have been on this team anyway. I don't know if on this team. The season he had, the last two seasons, is like, I don't know, like anybody. I mean, Ray Charles could see this thing, you know what I'm saying? He's more impactful and stuff like that. But hey, for us, it works out for us because guess what? Now he can nurse the broken hand and all that type of stuff, get ready for the season because, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather him, for the next season and all stuff, you know what I'm saying. The Olympics is nice and all that stuff, but hey, just let him do his thing.
After the season Kyrie Irving had, why wasn't he on the team?
Kyrie said the same thing.
He had a case, yeah.
Yeah, he said the same thing too about like they're not competing. He's like, I remember when people used to compete for spots on the team. Now it's like they just, I guess they send you a thing in the mail or something like that. Like you made the team. I don't know, a care package.
Oh,
I don't know.
No Kyrie, no Dame. I mean, Kyrie had to me a re. He had revitalized year.
Yeah, a resurgence. Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? Because if you shitted on him the year before, at least this year he came in, he played. You didn't hear no drama around him. He just
Mm-hmm.
played. They played good ball.
Yeah, who's the
Mm-hmm. They
point?
went to the NBA Finals.
Who's the point
Yeah,
guards?
Dallas went to the big dance. Yeah.
I know it's Halliburton, Drew Holiday. Who's the point guards? Halliburton, Drew Holiday, and somebody else. I forgot who it is. Who's the point guard?
Um,
I know Drew Holiday's on the team. I didn't think Drew Holiday should have been on the team, but hey,
Again,
he was
I
good.
don't know where. Like you said, it was a tryout, so
Yo,
nobody went to any tryouts to try out for the squad. They just was like they
listen.
sent out letters who they wanted to be on the team. I guess the committee put it together.
You know what I think? Because
You know what I mean?
but a lot of these guys' contract depends on things like that. So they just like helping these guys get these extra bonuses on their contract compared to letting them compete for the spot. You see what I'm saying? Because you get more
Mm-hmm.
money if you're on the Olympic team, if you're on this and stuff like that, but you're not letting the guys compete for it though. That's what I'm saying. And these things are in these guys' contract. If they make certain
Mm-hmm.
teams like that. So my whole thing is if that's in the contract, you should let them compete for the spot, not just give it to them. You see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
But
true.
that's how it goes.
Yo, I got another one for you. Who you think would have is having a better career? Uh, Russell Westbrook or has better numbers? Russell Westbrook or Steph Curry?
It's in better numbers.
Their
The
numbers.
numbers
Okay.
as far as like points, as assists, yada yada yada.
Oh, I mean, it'd be Steph.
Okay. Points. I know Steph. Points. Steph. Rebounds. Russ.
Right.
Assists. Russ.
I think the other way too on points is that because Russ is still up there.
No. No. Russ can score the rock. Don't get me wrong. Russ can score the rock. Athletic freak. Has a mid-range game. I think Curry is a better all-around scorer though. Three ball. I mean, layup package. Yeah. I think Curry averages more points though.
Now I think Russ. I looked it up. I think Russ has more points than Steph right now.
You
Overall points.
talking about career?
Are
Yeah,
you talking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
you talking about points per game or just total points?
No, you talking
Total
about
points.
these are total points
Total points. Okay.
career, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you have to understand too, because Russell Westbrook had, I mean, he for a long time he was one of the best guards in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? There's OKC days. I mean, that boy was no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing.
Triple double king.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
Him and then Harden started getting into that triple double situation.
yeah.
Mhm.
Man.
And then
So that's what I
Domas too.
said.
With
Oh
Demontis.
yeah,
And then,
true. Yeah.
Yeah, I
mhm.
mean,
And then Joker and obviously Joker. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
Joker for the big man. You know what I'm saying? The Joker and stuff like that. So yeah. I've been watching some of these summer league games and stuff like that, and I wanted to, the summer league game that I checked out was the Memphis games. I want to see Zach Edey because I know everybody said he was slow, this and that. I was like, to me, like I said, he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be good. Yeah, he'll be all right.
Mhm.
I ain't worried about Zach Edey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for his size, he gets up and down the court pretty good.
Right, that's what I'm
He
saying.
just
Yeah.
yeah, he just got to get more confidence
Oh
and
yeah. And playing with
more
John Moran and
strength.
stuff like that, man. Like I said, he'll be all right, man. Like I said, because like I said, you look at some of the guys in the NBA who runs up and down the court. Not too many guys hustle down the court like the way they used to. You know what I'm saying? Some guys jog back. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Some guys like Obi Toppin
Mm.
is getting up and down the court. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, man, a lot of guys is like they pacing themselves. They be pacing themselves and stuff like that. And it's like I said, most of the teams in the NBA run like I ain't gonna say a half court, but it's not like a up and down like a shootout back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like a fast break all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that most of the time. It's certain teams. Pacers like what I'm saying. They want to get up and down the court. You know what I'm saying? But other teams, a lot of teams don't. They just pace themselves and stuff like that. So I think
Yeah.
Mhm.
he'll be all right. But what I'm saying, I want to see. I haven't watched Portland. I don't even the Blazers play yet because I want to see how Klingon play. I want to see how he plays and stuff like that. He should be
Yep.
all right. Like I said, he should be all right. Donovan,
Right.
because I don't know the Blazers. Had the
Mhm.
Blazers played yet? They should be playing. They should be playing as one of these. I don't think they played in the Salt Lake one. Or did they play in the Salt Lake? Portland.
I
Let's see.
think so. I don't really know. I think so.
Yeah, let's see what Portland's been doing. But yeah, but like I said, man, as far as the whole thing was like you just said with the Brunson deal, like I said, man, I guess we all on here, we all in agreement with Brunson and stuff like that, man. The 4 year, 156, like I said, I mean, me, like I said, everybody else would be like, yo, you take the 5 years, the 269, you way too much to get the 269. But like I said, man, the guy's a team player, this and that. He want to get his,
Mm-hmm.
he wants to win this championship because, like I said, I think that's the most important thing for these guys, just to try to win this championship.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys that's on this team, like I said, man, these guys ain't afraid of no pressure, no nothing. These guys are here. They trying to bring home the championship for New York. I mean, we haven't had a championship in 50 years, man. And I think that'll be like that's one of the biggest thing ever in sports right now. I think that'll be the biggest story in sports. The Knicks win a championship because, like I said, it's been 50 something years when we won the championship, man. If these guys could
Yeah,
bring it home,
52 years. Yeah.
52, yo, that they could bring it home for us, man. Yo, I ain't gonna say they might get statues all over the place. I mean, I ain't gonna say, but I mean, they might not get statues, but hey, they damn near get statues. They ain't got to pay
Mm-hmm.
for a meal in this town anymore. They ain't have to pay for nothing no more. They win the championship to New York City, man.
And you
Right.
really think the Knicks should go with Bridges at the two, starting at the two guard?
I think that's when he's gonna be at the two. I think because
You
Ananobi's gonna
have
be at.
no you have no choice though. He's not a real. You have to put him at the two.
Yeah. But you want him in there because guess what? Like for the defense too and all that stuff is you know what I'm saying. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess the starting lineup should be a defensive unit with Mitchell Robinson, Ananobi, and Mikal Bridges and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got three guys that can play defense and they long. You know what I'm saying? So that makes it even harder. You know what I'm saying on teams and stuff like that because they got length. That's the most thing because Mitchell Robinson is long. He's 7 foot, but he's long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
but
no
I'm just trying to look what the second lineup would look at. Then you would bring Hart
DiVincenzo.
and DiVincenzo off the bench to make the lineup on the second lineup smaller.
Yeah, but you stagger the team though. You stagger. Sometimes you might keep Randall or Ananobi when they come in. You see, you can stagger the team. So it just depends on how he wants to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even worried
Mm.
about that. So that makes it even better, you know, because DiVincenzo they come off the bench. You know, they playing against some other teams that can second unit. You see what I'm saying? And you got to look at
Mm-hmm.
Right.
what they did in the playoffs. The way those guys played in the playoffs is like I ain't gonna say that. And they wasn't even starters. These guys was really coming off. These are our bench players that was playing like that in the playoffs. So they got so much confidence and so much,
Mm-hmm.
continuity and stuff like that. It's gonna make our team even that much better because now they're gonna come in off the second unit and be like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're gonna take it to these guys in the second unit. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean they play good against the first units and against a lot of teams, and
No,
that's one.
I dig that, but it's just I was just trying to size up the fact that for the second unit you're going with a much smaller crew because then you got Deuce that's still there. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of smaller guys that you're trying to integrate into that lineup
Yeah.
that are just you're just so
Hey,
maybe listen, we'll see how it works.
and at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
you want firepower coming off your bench if you can get some guys
A
who
lot of it, a lot
yeah,
of it.
Right.
right. Because that's one thing that the Celtics don't have that we have. The Celtics have a good five of starters, but they don't have no bench. I don't think they have no bench. You see what I'm saying? Because if you talk
The
about who comes off the bench, is it Al Horford come off the bench? I mean, well,
Al
he's gonna be a
Horford, Xavier Tillman, Sam Hauser, Payne Pritchard, O'Shea Brissett, Cheetah. Yeah.
Yeah, they
yeah,
got a whole fucking arsenal. I mean,
yeah,
of
yeah,
people to come off the
yeah.
white. I mean, well, they didn't start white
No, White
at the
starts.
time.
No,
Yeah,
White
now he
starts. White
starts.
starts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he starts, and now with KP being out, because KP is not going to be there for the season. So I mean, at the beginning of the season,
Big
so
Al's gonna start. Where
Al
KP out? Yeah.
start. So that means, like I said, their bench gonna be even weaker. Xavier Tillman is, like I said, let's be real. he
He's
ain't
decent.
scared of. I'm not scared of. You know what I'm saying? Xavier Tillman. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sam Hauser, yeah, he can shoot the threes and stuff like that. Pritchard, yeah, he'll shoot his little things like that, but he could be contained. You know what I'm saying? He could be
what do you
contained.
mean? Preacher be killing people, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
You know
Hold
what
up.
I
Ask the
mean?
Mavs. He was hitting shots from Venus.
Let me tell you something. Let me
Right.
tell you something. He ain't gonna be killing people because McConnell put him in his place. TJ McConnell will take him. He'll D him up. You know what
Yo,
I'm saying?
those two dudes between those two dudes, they do
Hmm.
get it in though. For
TJ
small
Yeah.
McConnell,
for
yeah,
for
yo,
small point guards.
TJ McConnell in this playoff series, I'm looking at this, I was like, are you kidding me? Where did this come from? I mean, he's
The
a
McConnell mosquito went nuts. I call him the McConnell mosquito. The McConnell
Yeah.
mosquito was a pest against Milwaukee, New York, and Boston. Woo.
Oh yeah, he was nuts. He was definitely in his bag with a lot of stuff, and between the both of them, I can they
he
really put their game together.
kept them in the series. He kept them in the series. I mean, he's going like
That's what
18, 19, 20. I'm like, man,
mid range drives. Doing on mid range
Right,
drives.
correct,
He was nailing threes too.
man,
right.
he was getting offensive rebounds. He's getting offensive rebound putbacks.
I'll be right
I'm like,
back, guys.
all right, man.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, man, in the playoffs, like I said, man, it's like, hey, them guys was doing their thing, man. But like I said, as far as the contracts, like I said, man, let me see if I can find some other contracts and stuff like that. I was just like, yo, this is crazy, man. But like I said, a lot of dudes got paid this off season, man. That I mean, I know Buddy Hield he did his little signing trade. Where did he go? He goes to the Warriors. I think Buddy Hield went to the Warriors.
Yes, he went to the Warriors. I knew for some reason that the Sixers was iffy about if they wanted to sign him. That's
Mm-hmm.
why that Caleb Martin thing became available. I think the Sixers wanted to re-sign him, but I think the Warriors offered him more money. Of course, he went for the more money.
He said the Warriors offered him more money.
Yeah, because I think they gave him 2 year with a possible of a third year option.
Yeah, something like that. Let me see. All
Because
right.
yeah, like you said, they freed up that money for Paul George. Yo, Paul George thought that was disrespectful that the Clippers offered him a 3 year 150. How was that disrespectful?
No. What happened was they offered Kawhi the 3-year 150 first Kawhi sign. So what they wanted to offer Paul George was only a 2-year $60 million deal, and that was the Pistons.
And then yes, that was the first offer.
Yeah, the 260. Then the next time he's like, he said, well, if you give him what's the name, the 3-year 150, give me the same thing too. And I don't know that, but I think he wanted a no trade clause in his.
Oh, that was it. No, they did offer him a 150. The only thing they didn't put in the contract that he didn't want a no trade.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is the no trade?
That's what he wanted. That's what he didn't want. And the Sixers basically gave him a 4 year. Of course, he ran for the more money, but
Mm-hmm.
they gave him the 4 year plus the no trade.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why for sure he left.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, he tried to say that was disrespectful. I was like, how does that disrespect? They was giving you basically $50 million a year. That's disrespectful. They basically was giving you.
See, the thing about it, the reason why he said was because when they first did the thing with Kawhi, they just gave Kawhi the 150. You know what I'm saying, with no problem. For Paul George, they wouldn't give him the same thing, the 150. He had to.
No, they didn't. Yeah. They didn't.
He had to go from season to season. You know, through the season, he had to go through the season. You know, to get that contract and stuff like that.
I apologize. Someone's calling me. Yeah.
No, you good, bro. But like I said, it's like the Paul George thing is like, yeah, he felt disrespected by the Clippers. The first offer they made him, 2 years, $60 million deal and stuff like that. I mean, come on, he came. Wow, let just the same contract and be done with it. You know what I'm saying?
And you know why? Because they offered Harden 2 years, 70.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
70. That's a waste.
Yo, they got 2 years, 70 for Harden just to dribble. This dude dribbling drills on the court.
Come through the lane and throw his up. Come through the lane and throw his arms up in the air like he got.
Well, he don't get those calls no more, so he's not putting up the numbers off of those calls no more.
Tell me about it. It's just dribble. It's just dribble, step back, dribble, step back. Yeah, the same rinse and repeat. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold the ball, and then all of a sudden try to find somebody to get something off, and when 4 or 5 seconds left on the clock after you dribbled out the time.
That's not going to work in the playoffs, though. It worked a few games in the playoffs. It worked for a few games in the playoffs. It didn't work. It didn't work entirely. Yeah.
Well, no, it never down the stretch for them. It never worked for a long period of time because under what's the name's offense, they were just trying to be up and down. Remember, they was the ones that went with that try to go with the super small lineup.
Oh yeah, Mike D'Antoni. Yeah.
Mike D'Antoni's shit.
With the Rockets ass.
Yeah, with not PJ, with fucking
Austin Rivers. PJ Tucker, Austin Rivers,
PJ Tucker fucking as the center.
Right.
Oh, that was
'Cause-
ouch. That he
yeah,
was small like Jerry
exactly.
Mouse. Yeah,
Right,
Yeah.
right. And that's when they gave up Capono and sent them to Atlanta.
Yeah.
yeah.
Capella. Because before they had Howard, and then they went Howard, then they went with Capella. Then that was like they
Yeah,
just
Capella, yeah, to fucking Atlanta.
Mhm.
And once they gave up Capella, the whole team went down. To me, that was the
Mhm.
dumbest thing for them to give up Capella just to go with small ball, and it never worked out for them.
Big time. It didn't work out for the Rockets at all. Big time. You know another team that's in shambles that gotta pretty much get their head out their butt? The Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee has to do something though.
Mm.
yeah, because their identity has changed. Like I said, they used to be like a high scoring up and down team, but now with Doc Rivers as the coach, they're more of a like slow it down and stuff like that, almost like a half court team. And
Hmm.
I don't know what I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't that style is not conducive to them, but hey, if that's Doc Rivers, man, we'll see what happens. But I don't think it's
You
gonna be good.
don't you don't have the players to be up and down the court no more.
And I just don't think the Dame grief free combo worked. I thought Dame was gonna be the peanut butter to Giannis's jelly. Well,
Right.
that didn't happen.
Right. Well, hey,
Well,
like I said,
it's still listen, that was one season. They still could work.
well, we're
No,
gonna
it could. I don't know if it will. Could? Yeah, it could. I don't think it's going to though. Because here's the thing though, Dame needs the ball. Giannis needs the ball. I mean, came mid. Chris Middleton came mid. Yes, he could
yeah, yeah,
score. He needs the ball. Lopez needs the rock.
when he's
I just
available,
don't think it's gonna work. Yeah.
when Cade Middle's available, that's the thing with him is he gonna be available now? Is he
Right.
a knee injury?
That was the biggest thing. Oh, and
Yeah.
he was out majority of that season as well. So you was lacking somebody in your offense that's another scorer
Oh,
in that offense.
and you know what's his name left too, right? Malik Beasley left.
To the
Oh,
Pistons. Yeah.
okay. Who?
Beasley left.
Malik Beasley to the
Who?
Pistons. Malik Beasley.
I
Yeah,
know. I know.
yeah. I mean, that was like they 3 point
Listen,
space.
listen. They could find another a slinger for that role. Believe me, it's for somebody to knock down open jump shots. Believe me, if you come to the NBA and you can't knock down open jump shots over two perennial all stars, that is going to get automatically double teamed. Then something is not right here.
Of course, man. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
And that's where Middleton plays the factors. He has to knock down those jump shots instead of doing the same thing, dribbling the ball.
Same thing with Dame. Yeah, both of them. Yeah. And to me, the Bucks got to get younger. I just think this team's too old.
Shit, they're getting older. I gotta look at their roster and see who's on there because I don't even know who's the backup or something like that
They
for
need depth, man. That Bucks team needs depth, though. And to me, personally, for me, them losing guys like Devo, Drew, uh, Devo, Drew, Grayson Allen, it just bit them in the butt. PJ Tucker bit them in the butt. You should have kept those guys.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it changed the whole dynamics of their squad. When you know the players that's been around, those other players know those players, then you
Hmm.
get new players, and then nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's just trying to fill
Hmm.
a void.
Hmm.
So that's what I said. We gave one season to them to try to make it work. I think by next year, that's why I said that I was shocked that they got the Knicks over the Bucks. The Bucks still have two perennial All Stars on their team.
Yes, they
I
do.
mean, don't get me wrong. The Knicks do too between Julius Randle and Brunson as of now. But you talking about real. I mean, All Stars. These dudes is bona fide players.
Hmm. I know
Mhm.
what you mean, though. I know what you mean. The reason why I think they got New York over Milwaukee, because I just think that even though yes, the Bucks arguably have more talent, arguably the Knicks have more depth, though. So that's
Right.
probably why they got the Knicks over the Bucks, though. Like I just don't. That's probably why, though. I just think that the Bucks want to be a legit contender. To me, man, look, I don't. To me, I just didn't think they needed Dame. That's just me. Because I don't think Dame wants to be in Milwaukee. I don't think so. So I don't think they needed Dame. And also, the player that I think they should have just gone for, I would have gone after DeJounte Murray if I'm the Bucks. I would have gone after for DeJounte Murray. I would have gone after a Jeremy Grant. I would have traded maybe Middleton for a Jeremy Grant, something like that. And another center they could have gone after, and it's two centers they could have gone after, Mitch or even Time Lord. I'm talking about for Milwaukee here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing with the Dame and Dejounte Murray. Yeah, Dejounte Murray would have been a good addition to their team, but they felt like
I think so.
if they got Dame, it's like, hey, and that's going to bridge them even to a more of a championship. So, but like I said, it needs to be won because they fired the coach. They fired the coach after what 30 something games he was in first place, and they fired him, and then they brought in Doc Rivers, and that changed the team. I didn't know what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
We have to see what they're gonna do this season, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, one season with Doc, half a season with Doc is like, hey, let's see what they got going on. But I
Hmm.
like I said, to me, you live in Philly, you seen Doc Rivers over there and all that type of stuff. People wasn't too enamored with Doc Rivers. You know what I'm saying? It's like they say
Listen,
he might as well just stop coaching.
listen. Orlando, after listening to the stories, Orlando should be furious with Doc Rivers because they could have. As hearing the stories, they could have had
Tim
Tim
Duncan.
Duncan early on in his career.
Hmm.
I remember the thing with Tim Duncan, Grant Hill, and all that type of stuff,
You
and
know what I mean? Like, how do you
Hmm.
how like
they was going for it.
if you've been coaching in the league this long, like where are you not picking up some of these innuendos and be like, yo, I need to take this page, rip this out, and reinvent this whole thing and start over here. Like
Bro.
Hmm.
Philly was a debacle for him.
No, I said, bro,
Hmm.
they said that deal was done. That deal was done with Grant Hill, Tracy McGrady, and Tim Duncan. They was going to Orlando, and Doc Rivers messed that thing up with one little comment on one thing he didn't allow, and I was like, oh man, that's what it was, because we never find these things out when it's happening at the time. Just find out
No.
later.
Grant Hill said his wife said if he's not coming there, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" After that comment, you could see his face. Nobody read his body language. Nobody. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea how he fucked that up.
Yeah, because
Man.
You could have had another dude to
Hmm.
add to that fucking Grant Hill roster. Forget about it. That's a
Who
championship
knows?
team right there.
I think so too. I think so. I
yeah,
agree.
at that time, that definitely was at that time. You know what I'm saying? But
You would have had
that's
a better chance if you died. You would have had a better shot. Yeah.
I mean, you find out a lot of things later on behind the scenes that you'd be like, oh, that's what happened. That's what happened. I mean, just like you saw the one with Gilbert Arenas talking about us with the LeBron thing and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, yeah,
Um,
hey,
Imagine that shit. Grant Hill, fucking Tim Duncan, T Mac.
oh, that would have been sick, bro. That would have been
Who
sick.
knows? I think so too. If I would have to guess, because it's all what ifs, we would never truly know. If I would have to guess, though, I think that team would have won probably 2 titles. I think so. I think they would have won 2 titles. I think so.
Easily. And who was their point guard? Rafe Olsen or Jameer Nelson was still there.
No,
Nah, Jameer
Jameer
was
Nelson was later. Nelson was with Dwight Howard, though.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it was
yeah,
Rafe Olsen.
uh,
It was Armstrong. It was Armstrong.
he,
Oh, it was really.
it was
Hmm.
Armstrong,
Hmm.
Daryl Armstrong, Daryl.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I knew it wasn't with Scott Skiles because he was been gone. That was way back.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
That was with
yeah.
Shaq and Penny and stuff like that.
Right.
Scott,
Wow.
Scott Skiles was the only guys that remind me like, he was a point that looked like he was like 40 years old. He was with the little hairdo and all that stuff. He looked like an older car salesman or something like that playing with
Look like a
kids. He's
look
like,
like a test
yeah.
tube baby.
But yeah, that would have been sick though. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
think so.
Wow.
gee, what you think about like this NBA TV deal, man? This 11 year, $76 billion TV deal, man, and some of these contracts that like I told Demeet what's going to happen in the future, man. It's like guys can be making somewhere about $80 million a season, and then the
Ooh.
further they get is going to be $100 million a season for a star player. $100 million in a season.
Yeah. For me, man, TNT has to. To me, man, the CEO for Turner Sports, David Zasloff, he has to open his mind and understand that the National Basketball Association got him the bread, and he has to find a way to keep the NBA on TNT because not everyone has Amazon or not everyone has
Prime.
computers though. Amazon, Prime, yeah. Like, no, I'm happy NBC more than likely is coming back. I'm happy that NBC more than likely is coming because we haven't seen the glory days of the NBA on NBC since 2002. At the same time, TNT has to find a way to snatch the NBA back. Because not everyone has computers and streaming services, Because inside the NBA with Shaq, Chunny, Kenny, and Chuck, I know Chuck next season's his last season. At the same time, the guy finally keep the NBA on TNT. Even though it was funny, it's educational, it's hilarious. Like, come on, like TNT has to finally keep the NBA, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a good partnership and stuff like that. But yeah, I agree with you, man. Because guess what? I don't want to see things going to Peacock and all this other stuff, man. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to get all these
what?
subscriptions and stuff, man. It's like, hey, just keep the stuff on the regular, ESPN, ABC,
Mm-hmm.
NBC. I'm good with that, man. But when I'm looking for a game and they be like, oh, it's on Prime, I was like, what? It's on
What?
Prime, or it's like, or next soon it's gonna be Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? You just because that's what they're trying to do. They trying to go to all these other things, and that's what they're doing. So it's just like, man, come on, man. I hope the majority of games is on. I hope they give you an option where you can have either or. The games on both. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I don't want to be having a subscription here, subscription over here, there, and all this.
Exactly.
I ain't got time for all
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And that's where it's growing. They using the leverage of everybody using whatever to wherever the money's coming from to pay that money. That's all is coming down to. Why
Yeah.
why why wouldn't TNT still vibe into paying it? I mean, like you said, that show has been a hit. They've won
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot of Emmys and awards for those dudes doing a commentating or whatever at the end of the game. The analyzing the game after every game. But it's like you gotta put your money. You gotta put that money in as well.
Exactly, and not just that. Think about the play-by-play guys, Kevin Harlan, Iron Eagle. Like, keep those guys around. Like TNT has to, stop being stubborn and just, pay off the dollars. Yes, I know it's hard to pay the bucks. At the same time, think about the viewers too, though, and that's yeah. Like, think about even the play-by-play guys too. Kevin Harlan, Iron Eagle, Sparrow Ditas, Brian Anderson. I mean, heck, Jamal Crawford is doing what was doing some side analysts, Reggie Miller, etc. Though, like, yeah,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
gotta keep those guys around. Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
listen, the money's great. I just think it's putting an astronomical strain on the regular people to even watch a game, go to a game, and all of that happy good shit.
yeah. I'm seeing.
And
right.
and I'm not gonna like the fact that yes, I could go to a Sixer game to watch the Knicks against Sixers, much cheaper than going to Madison Square Garden, and now they're probably gonna raise the rates because they tired of New Yorkers coming up to Philly, buy cheap tickets, and be in the seats, cheering for a Knick game.
Mm-hmm.
So it might change all of that.
They showing
Yep.
what they saying on what's the name is on. What's good, Coach? Welcome to the stream, man.
What's going on?
Peace and blessings, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Thanks for having me, my brother. It's always a honor to be here with you, man.
No, man.
Pleasure to
This
see you,
be
bro.
on these streams, bro. And they be putting that work in, you know. Glad to have you on here, man. Talking Knicks, talking NBA, man. Whatever you want to talk about, man. We just talking about the TV deal, man. The 11-year, $76 billion deal, and also, the Jalen Brunson, huge, unprecedented pay cut to help the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. It's all great. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, and just like I was telling, man, with the contracts coming up, man, with this TV deal, man, guys gonna be making 80 or $100 million per season soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Within the next 10 years, man, because of this TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy the amount of money that's out there. I mean, I know they talk about the aprons with this new cap, but when you sit there and you see that money that they're bringing in, it's like wait a minute, this for me it's not fully registering because what is it, $76 billion?
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
yet
26
still,
million.
but
hmm
yet and still, you have this new hard cap that you're imposing and making it difficult. Who's going to be getting that money? I mean, how are the players going to get their share of the pie? Because if you have a hard at a certain level, the rest of that money is going where? I mean, in the NBA, it's flush with money. So it just baffles me sometimes. When I sit down and I try to think about the money that's going on out there. But hey, as long as you keep giving us a quality product, and as long as the Knicks can go and win a championship, that's all I care about in the end.
I was gonna say, so yeah, I don't even know what the salary cap is like by that time. If we think gonna go up to 250, $300 million salary cap, you know what I'm saying? They going up. I mean, they getting all this money. I mean, the cap can't stay the same. It can't be like what 100 and
It's going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. It's going to keep skyrocketing. Yep.
you know what I'm
Exactly. I mean, when you sit there and
saying?
what's up, Jacob, man? Thanks for being here, man, and
Yeah,
following
Jake.
us. Make sure, Jacob, you go to everybody's channel and you hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. So, you know how we do. But um, it's
Daniel Berry.
crazy when you sit here and you think about it because I sit here and I say, look, the next contract for Jalen, which he can opt out in about 3 years, he can end up getting 35% of the cap. So yeah, like you said, what is the cap going to be? And then with all this TV money, and now you're going to all these other stations, how I mean, I'm trying to process. I'm if for those of you who don't know, I'm big on players getting their share of the pie. I mean, they're the ones out there performing. To be honest with you, we follow them. So, and I understand owners are in the business of making their money. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's crazy how the owners want to get more money than the players when the players are investing as much as the owners to some extent. So, and when you see a Jalen Brunson, I mean, his next contract, you can make up what 5 years up to 413 million or something like that.
Yeah, 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
18 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, what was it? 323, 4 year,
but
323, or
that's 30. That's supposed to be 35% of the cap. So that's telling me right there the projections are the cap is definitely going to raise.
oh yeah,
Because if you're telling me that's 35%, then okay, when you break it down, year by year on average, okay, you're telling me this is what he's getting 35%. So now this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is the cap. That's what it's going to. But now if I take the $76 million over, I'm $76 billion over what is it, 11 years, and you break it down, then it's like I'm sitting here trying to do the math.
like 7 billion a year. You know what I'm saying? seven
Yeah.
million. No, they're gonna be making that money, man. They making that money,
Where
man.
is all that money going? I mean, my mother was an accountant, so I grew up around numbers. So it's
Yeah.
like okay, wait a minute, the math don't add, man. It's the owners are the ones that's going to be eating most of that money.
Well, and you also got to think too, like the commissioner. The commissioner makes his
Mm-hmm.
salary just like the players too. So
Mm-hmm.
getting
Mm-hmm.
$50 million a season. The commissioner, just like just his salary alone.
And you think about that, and that coach's salary, GM salaries are non-inclusive in that, if I'm understanding correctly. So, hello, where's the money going? Owners, where's
Right.
the money going? And unless I'm overlooking something, I just say the owners are the ones really, they're the ones really benefiting for the most part.
Yeah, I just got to see more of it. I have to see more of the. I just know that the amount 11 years 76 billion, but I don't know how it breaks down and stuff like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They had this like to break it out, see what how it entails, like how what is going to be for the players, what's going to be for the coaches, what's going to be for
Mm-hmm.
the owners and things like that. And then, like I said, even with that money, it's like you look at that 1176 billion, like the WNBA, you can help them out too. Again, $76 billion, you can help the team. They are affiliate of your league because they're called WNBA. They're not like some other league.
Mm-hmm.
WNBA, just like your league. You know what I'm saying? If you only, it's like, yeah, have these girls play in your arenas, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Pull the curtains halfway, if you know what I'm saying, like they used to do, you know what I'm saying? But don't be having them play in some like college arena or some little, what's that, event center or whatever you want to
Like the
call
Liberty
it.
did when they were playing in Westchester County,
Right.
for that little
Yeah.
bit. No, I mean, you're right. I mean, the NBA has to do better by the W. I mean, first of all, if you look at the salaries of the women, we're talking about, you know,
guys making, 30, 40 million dollars, and these women, the most, are making $260,000.
Right.
They make it basically what the trainers make.
Yeah. And now you look at the Angel Reese and the Caitlin Clark, what they're bringing to the W, this draft class, what they're bringing to the W. They're bringing more eyes, man. They're bringing more
Right.
eyes. They're bringing more fans to the arena, and that's just going to benefit. And yeah, everyone needs to eat, man. Everyone needs to eat, and sometimes I always go back to the owners, man. And as much as I kill the Brooklyn Nets, I have to give them the respect for what they're doing for my Liberty, though. I really do. They really are. They at least were trying to get in charter flights and so on and so forth for their organization. Yeah, other organizations, or quote unquote, they didn't have the money. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
I'm not, like I said, the math ain't the math ain't adding. So
Then they be saying sometimes, they be like, oh, because we use the arena for concerts and things. Oh man, come on with the concerts and things, bro. You ain't having a concert every single day of the summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's like here and there, yeah. Once in a do it like we do it during the NBA season. Like when the team is away, that's when you have a concert. When they home, you know what I'm saying? Let them play in the arena.
Well, it's all scheduling. It comes down to scheduling, but I like you just said. I think they're getting more of a draw where that money now can do the numbers what that concert is doing now.
What's going
You know
on,
what I
guys?
mean?
All right.
As long as they can still put people in an arena and buy the food and the beers and from the concession stands, believe me, they're making their money.
exactly, and that's why with this draft class, and I'm gonna be honest, the classes that are coming after them. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I've been a WNBA fan since day one, so I know I'm old, so but I don't care. I've been following women's basketball since the mid '80s. So
We was in there with Teaspoon and Cynthia Cooper and
Exactly. So we're right there
okay,
alongside you with that. So
okay.
don't even worry about that.
But that's my point. That's my point. In the classes that are coming after it, like I can't wait for Juju's class. I can't wait for
Oh yeah,
Rockets.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like and for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Rutgers Scarlet Knight. I mean, I'm looking at the freshman that they have that's coming in, and 5-star, and like if you go watch her game, man, she's from Jersey, rep to Jersey. I'm sorry,
he's always Jersey. He's
yeah,
Jersey.
I'm
No,
Jersey.
well, let's.
So,
Yeah, man.
but her game is there, and if they develop her, that's what I mean by the women's game is going to grow, and hopefully the economics will be equal to that. And then look, New York, let's rep. I mean, let's get double championships, the Knicks and the Liberty. That's what I'm looking for, man.
Don't even jinx it by saying that now.
He's ready for it. He's ready.
Don't even start that now.
You
It's
talk
a
about
little too early for that, yo. Don't do that.
all right. I'll be nice. I'll be nice, man. So,
Yo, listen, I love that idea of that, but listen, it's a little too soon for that. Like
no, I
that.
get you. But the
You know
point
what I
being
mean?
is, we are the Mecca. New York is the Mecca when it comes to
For
basketball,
sure. Right,
and that's
right.
what I'm looking for. I mean, we can kill them all we want, but we need Brooklyn to step up to really say that New York is where basketball is at. Everybody wants to come to New York to play, whether it's in Brooklyn or whether it's in MSG. They want to come to New York and play, and let's make that money here, and let's really rep New York. And Brunson is showing the way, in terms of doing what he did, and I all praises, all respect to him, Jersey boy. Sorry, I had to throw that in there, So, but he's showing, look, we had this stigma for a while that no one wanted to come to New York. Well, well, I'm sorry, Mr. KD, Mr. Kyrie. What's up? What's up, man? I mean,
They tried to introduce that idea, but they just never. I don't know what that was that they tried to do over there.
Hey, they still went to New York, but that stuff imploded over there. He said that
I think they brought in the wrong coach at the time.
they changed the coach. They had a good coach. They changed them. They changed the coach that they wanted. Like, they didn't want
Yeah.
Look, the thing about it is, in the end, I'm glad they didn't come to the Knicks. Thank you. You did us a
No,
big
well,
favor.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
You know what? And I told my uncle that I was like, "Yo, I'm glad they didn't come to the
Hmm.
Knicks with that nonsense because it just never panned out. All of a sudden,
No.
now they never knew how to figure it out. You
Well,
wanted to get together, and then all of a sudden, when you got together, nobody figured it out. Everybody had issues. Nah,
Exactly.
yes, keep that over
Right.
there. Keep that
Exactly.
nonsense over there.
Exactly. We got what we deserve, what we've been
Right.
waiting for the longest while. Most of it, I can go back to the days of Rory Sparrow and Louis
No,
Orr
don't,
and
yo, don't do it to you.
go
Yeah,
to
come on, we can take it back to the King era. Come on,
take it
dude, we
back.
can go.
Bernard King is my all-time fave. I'm sorry, he is.
Listen,
Right.
they nothing far from mine either. You know
Yeah.
what I
So,
mean? So
but
when you take
what
it
I'm
back to those guys,
yes, and that's the thing. And now after the dysfunction from Patrick Ewing era into Sprewell in Houston till now, it's like yes, we deserve this, and you know what? Let's go, let's do what you got to do. Bring the people in, and guess what? More and more cats are going to want to come to New York. So all the so-called superstars, Kyrie, KD, LeBron. I mean, LeBron, I loved you when you was in high school, but now it's like, you know what? You know, let's go. Let's rep New York and do what we got to do. So
Me personally, I want
Mm-hmm.
I want these guys to win the championship without those other guys, so that way we can say we won this championship. We ain't had no big superstar come. That's what I want. And like I said, if they do that, then nobody can say like, "Hey, you're gonna need this." It's like, "No, we don't need this. We just need a team full of determined players, hardworking players. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar players. That's what we want. Guys is dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You need a lot of dogs on your team and guys that's gonna perform. That's all you need. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we was playing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is like we down in health. Health was the only thing that took us out. You know what I'm saying? But we still put up more of a fight with the guys that we had on the floor than Dallas did against Boston. We put up more of a fight than anybody. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wanted to see us at full strength. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just can't wait for the season, man. It's like, yo, all I'm praying for is health. That's all I care about.
what are we doing I mean, are we bringing Precious back? Anybody know? Is he coming back or
Who knows? We have no idea.
no
I
Who
think
idea.
knows?
that,
I think
that's
they might.
my?
If somebody offer him more money than the Knicks is going to offer him, he's going there.
But we
It's the
got his
same
bird
thing like
rights.
Harstein.
We got his
Yeah, because
bird
we
rights.
declined this option. We declined this offer. So
All of that,
Precious.
yeah.
So
Mm,
Precious can vamoose wherever he wants. He can go wherever he wants. He can go to Hawaii if he wanted to. Yeah.
all
Yeah,
right.
Right.
I
I
thought
hope
we
he
had his
comes back
bird
though.
rights.
He'd be good for the bench. I hope he comes back because for that, playing the second
Me
unit.
too.
I hope he comes back because I think they declined his option because it was like $6 or $7 million. It was something like that. So
Hmm.
they probably get him for a
Yeah.
little deal or something.
They had to decline that because they didn't know what Brunson was going to do
Yeah.
with his signing.
Yeah,
So that now they see what cap space they got. Maybe they'll bring him back. I don't. Who knows?
and then but
Hmm.
so the which call too is like I didn't even know it was going to include him in the trade, but like I said, like I was telling Coach on this show, it's like I'm glad Shake Milton helped us out.
Yeah, big
Hmm.
time. Big time.
He said a
That I wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting that because all I kept hearing from Nets fans is, "Oh, we want Deuce, we want Deuce, we're getting Deuce, we're getting Deuce," and I'm like, they're not giving you Deuce, but I'm like, well, what are we gonna do though to solidify this deal?
no,
Because we can't let it go back.
no,
So
I know. I was saying the same
then
thing.
when I heard Shake Milton, I'm like, yes, that's all I needed to hear. So
Yeah.
you ain't getting Deuce and Jericho. I want to see what we're going to get from him. There's
Jericho,
sometimes I'm like, there's something there, but then there's times I'm like, he looks lost. But
yeah,
Yeah.
his athleticism is crazy, man. It is just
Uh,
yeah. He's been working out, so I hope he's been working out good and just keep it up the confidence and all that type of stuff, man. Because I
yeah,
want to see.
but just say all of that. But all these players that the Knicks is putting together, if everybody stays healthy, I don't see him being in the lineup like that.
But
But
who's the who's the backup? Who's the backup 4 or 5 on that second unit? Because right now, when Mitchell, because you got Mitchell, who's backing him up right now is Jericho,
Jericho's
isn't
back.
And
it?
I don't trust
True.
Sims. Like Sims has talent. I don't. Even though Sims could fly to the rim, I don't trust Sims with his IQ. He cannot stretch the floor. He's not a great playmaker. He's not a good playmaker. He's not a bum. He has talent. He's not a
Hmm.
bum. It's just that I just don't know if Sims is gonna cut the mustard. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, but like I said, it's one thing is just like the what you call it, just the what you call it, like depth.
Tudo.
Yeah, Tudo, what's good, bro? We yeah, you in Italy? You in Italy?
No,
And keep in mind, Precious is undersized. Precious is only like 6'7", 6'8".
Right,
Yeah,
but I mean,
6'8", yeah.
yeah, but you know in the NBA, you know how that goes. And you know what I'm saying? These guys can play, you know what I'm saying, the way they be playing. He can play at the 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? So
Because I thought the Knicks was going after that dude from Orlando, that
Oh,
7'2"
Mo
dude.
Wagner. Oh, Mo
no,
Not
Wagner.
Mo. No,
no,
no, not Mo.
to my
Jonathan Isaac.
Biotez or Diatez, whatever
Oh,
Yeah.
Goga Patazi.
Didn't he
Batazi.
resign? Didn't he
Patazi.
resign
Batazi,
with them?
yes.
Yeah, he's back to the Magic. Yeah, he resigned.
Yeah.
He signed.
So,
Okay.
but that's the whole thing when the second unit, because it's like, once you get Deuce, you got Dante, you got Hart, but then it's like, okay, where do we go from there? And that's
Oh,
my
that's
only
why
concern.
they talk about trading Julius Randle to Minnesota to try to get Townsend.
That ain't the
I don't
move,
want Cat, man.
man.
Okay, here's the thing. Even if you do that, okay, because you make the trade, it's still the same thing with the second unit. Because that's the question. Whether it's Julius in the first unit, Towns in the first unit, who's going to be on that second unit
Well,
as the
then
big?
you change the starting lineup. You put Towns, you put OG, and then you put Bridges at the small forward, and then you have Hart or Dimancino with Brunson.
But then you look at the quality talent trade. It's gonna be Julius, and you have to include the salary. You have to be Julius, probably Robinson, Deuce. You're gonna have to give us some
You
players
got
too.
to
Salary because
the salaries have to match. That's the first thing,
That's the
because the
problem.
Knicks can't bring in more money than they're sending out. So Julius is what,
Right.
30 something.
He's
So
30.
and then how much is Towns making? Towns is making
That's
close to
50.
50.
It's gonna be
So
50.
that's
Oh,
going to
is he?
probably.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
that means that you're going to give up Mitchell. So that's two right there out of your starting lineup. So
You're right.
and it
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
back
yeah.
to what do you do with your second unit? Even if you put OG at the 4, okay, I get it. That's fine. Whatever. But the thing is, with that second unit, when you sub out Karl Anthony Towns, that's why I'm saying, is it Jericho? Who do we? I mean,
Right,
is it one of the
right.
rookies that we just?
It's still back to the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
that's
I'm not
that's
part
what the
of this
Call
right
Anthony
now.
talent trades bring is like it's
Get
just
ready.
like with the salary is going you have to give a Julius to somebody else too, and that's what you're gonna start getting you're gonna start taking away from the team.
You got it too, though, man. I'm gonna try and tap in, bro. Good luck, man. When you get back, man. I know you're gonna go out there and rep well, man. So
He's playing that soccer, okay.
he's playing rugby.
Oh, rugby. He played rugby, right?
Yeah. So look, man, that's one sport I thought about back in the day, but
Yeah.
it's too much running for my big fat ass. That's why I was like, I'm a DT, I'm a nose, I'm a one tech. I ain't doing all that damn running. No.
I think
Well,
rugby.
first off, all that running with no pads, no nothing, just straight up tackles.
Yeah.
That's just straight up. That's like playing. That's like playing. Football back in the day with nothing. Tackle football.
That I could deal with. It's just like I said. It's the running. It's hitting somebody. Yeah, I could do that. That's fine. That's fine.
Right.
I get the hit, but to run, it's like soccer, going from one end of the soccer court to I can't do that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I'm a one tech. I'm an interior. I go a certain distance when I run, and then you know what? I'm watching all you pretty boys go running from there.
Right. Then you can take a break, recover, and get back out there when you need to. Right.
Yeah. So but nah, Tudo, much love, man. I got you. But getting back to the Knicks, man.
but that's why I say I don't even see that Carl Anthony's talent traded to me. It's like doesn't
Nah.
So you have to break the team up to get that dude. It's like he's not like I said. I like Carl Anthony Towns, but like I said, sometimes he just plays.
No, I don't. I don't like him at all.
He just plays.
He didn't play.
And he's an
He didn't
average
play in the
defender.
playoffs. He didn't play in the playoffs like he needed to for his squad.
Right. And don't get me wrong. And I know, Coach, you got a soft spot because he's from Jersey.
No, I don't want him.
Oh, you didn't know he's not representing that jersey,
Me neither. I don't want that.
Look. And look, he's from P-Way, my area too. He went to St. Joseph in Metuchen. I know all about him, but no. No, you ain't he
Yo,
ain't repping Jersey.
that dude is soft as cottonelle. We don't need that.
No.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, if you look at his numbers, though, you'd be like, okay, 20-something and like 10, 11 rebounds. When he was averaging like that, it's like, okay, he's doing that stuff. But then when you really watch the game and you see it, be like,
It doesn't feel impactful. Doesn't feel
right,
impactful.
right,
Yeah,
No,
right.
does not
no.
feel impactful.
It's like you just he's a stat stuffer. He just you could find he's just putting up his average stats, not making direct impact in the game.
And he's still getting in foul trouble because I watched some of the games. Like there's some stupid fouls he was committing, like at half court, and I was like, Carl, what are you doing? Your team needs you in the game. They need you in the game. He's getting himself in foul trouble to sit down. I'm like, bro, your team needs you.
And he's an average defender. He's a average. He's not a bad defender. He's an average defender. He's not a great rim protector. He's not a great perimeter defender. It's like like Cat has talent. Yes, he can stroke the three. Here's the thing: why trade Jr. for a dude that's worse than him? Randall's better at mid range. People need to understand: shooting isn't just threes. Mid range is a part of shooting. You know, mid range jumpers is a part of shooting. Cat is a better 3-point shooter. Randall's better at mid range, rebounding, playmaking. I mean, yes, Cat is better inside scoring. Athleticism subjective because they both can fly to the rim. Like, I don't understand Cat and Cat. Come on, yes, I'm in. Cat give Joker fits in the second round and KD fits in the first round. At the same time, he could even score on freaking Gafford in Washington and D Live in the conference final, man.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was all about.
No. Forgive me for this word. I don't want no pussycat. I don't want this pussycat.
Yeah.
It would be a catastrophe in the Big Apple if we get Towns, man.
Yo,
That's go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, he threw. It seemed like he threw the game, like he bet on the game because he was not nowhere in that series.
I don't know what happened. He was great against Denver. He was solid against Denver. What happened against Dallas?
Yeah, and then when you look at Dallas, I mean, you got Lively and what's that Guilford, but it's like Gafford or what's it's like, man, go up against some guys. You 7 foot, man. I mean,
posterize him. Yeah.
I just think the way he played, like you said, he didn't play physically, and he allowed them to bring the physicality to him as opposed to him taking it to them. You know, so and it messed with his head, you know, for some reason. So, you know, and yeah, he just totally disappeared where, you know what, Ant-Man needed you, bro. Ant-Man needed you in that series. You step up, it's a different series. And
who knows?
You know,
who knows? Maybe you're in the NBA Finals. Who knows? Because remember, the games were close. Game 1, Mavs only win by 1. My fault. Game 1, Mavs win by 3. Game 2, Dallas only won by 1. Game 3, Dallas only won by 9. If you show up in those games, more than likely you're in the NBA Finals.
Exactly. It's a whole different, and that's why it's like, look, man, if you can't show up at that time, that's money time. What do you think you're gonna do in the Mecca, man? And we really bring it to you. You from the area, but still, man, come on, man. There's some cats who just can't handle being in certain areas. He's fine being out there in Minnesota and in no man's land. Go ahead, do your thing out there, get your numbers. You know, no, he don't represent Jersey to me. Nope.
You know, they'll boo. Madison Square Garden, they'll boo you if you ain't playing good in the game, man. Especially in the play, you ain't playing good, they'll boo you, man. And it's like I don't see how you gotta handle that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta bring your A game.
You gotta bring it, rebound, play me. You gotta do something, Cat. If you're struggling offensively, rebound, play me. Dive loose balls, do something, do other things, though.
Now, what's the deal with or rumor about Bertrand from Charlotte?
He got released, and I think the Knicks one probably trying to. They say they're interested in him too because he shoots threes and stuff like that. So
now that's somebody you could put on the second unit. All right, I mean I get
that's a decent move, yeah.
Defensively, you might want to question some of his game, but
no, defense is not his calling card.
Thank you.
Yeah, defense is not his calling card.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I've been known that defense is not his calling card.
Yeah, but still, he also can help stretch the floor. And you know what? There's certain things you can do to help offset his defensive liability. Tibbs is good at that. So
covering it up.
Yeah. So and plus he would be playing with some guys who are dogs on the defensive end, even if they're in the front part. They will help him for the most part. And plus you're probably going to have an OG or what you call it?
DiVincenzo,
No, that
who said
my
Precious?
mind. No, who just came over from Jersey? I mean, Brooklyn.
Oh, Macau.
Mikael Burgess.
Yeah, Bridges. Sorry,
Bridges.
you can still have one of them in the starting line, and remember that's one of the
Right.
things that Tibbs did. OG was always at a lot of times running with that second unit, so you can put him at the 4, which will still help out if you had a Bertrand, because Bertrand, what he's going to do is spread the floor, which
Mhm.
is exactly what you want to do. It allows Deuce to try and attack the paint on occasion. You can get Devo, even Josh. You know, Josh is going to attack and facilitate.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He could
you
take
know, Scarlet Knights, baby, represent.
some of Josh shots that Josh don't be hesitating to shoot because Bird's hands ain't going to hesitate. He's just going to pull the trigger.
See, I think he would. I'm not saying he's a game changer, but he's somebody on that second unit that could help and give us something, And it's not
Like
going to get.
he like Bogey. He could be like Bogey. It was a little shooting.
Yeah, but Bogey was a little bit more. Bogey could still facilitate, or he can take you off the dribble a little bit.
Post you up and
Bertrand's is not like
Yeah,
that.
Bogey could, yeah.
Bertrand's is really a spot up shooter.
spot up shooter.
Pick and roll work in that regard. He's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying he's a big body and he can give you something with that second unit. Because I'm looking at the landscape. Who can we really get? We got some young guys, but we got the last pick. I mean, I've heard everyone talk about him, but until he plays,
Come on, Ariel.
yeah.
Yeah, the 7-foot center from Germany.
Aren't we playing in? Don't they play in the
game
summer league today?
It's finished. They played at 5:00.
Oh, I didn't get to see it because I've been.
Yeah, well,
tapped out.
I don't even know if they lost. I know their game was close, but I ain't know.
Yeah, they lost.
They lost. They lost to the Hornets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. But so Bert's hands so he more like a discount double check. He like Steve Novak.
In a sense, yeah.
That's the illest celebration right there, man. After them threes, that dude like hit that thing. It's like,
Yo, hey, that's all he had.
Yep.
That's all he had.
Yes, sir.
you know he
Yo,
was
but
killing that thing
yo,
with that double check though.
it-
Or
Hey.
who would have been other than is like McDermott. I think he's still a free agent.
I thought he was with Indiana still.
I think
Yeah,
he's a
still with
free,
the Pacers, yeah.
is he? I thought he was a free agent this year. I didn't think they re-signed him back because I thought he was available.
I don't think Dougie McBuckets is a free agent.
I thought he was. I have to look on there, but might not be. But I know,
Well,
like I said,
well, speaking of free agents, what about Gary Trent? I heard that Gary Trent. Would you consider him?
yep, Gary Trent. But it's like, how much money do he want? Because he wanted some money from Toronto and he want to give it to him. So now, wherever team he goes to now, he really ain't gonna get that money.
Yeah, but isn't he more of a wing player as opposed to a big?
No, he's
Yeah,
like
he's a wing.
the wing.
The
He's like a shooting guard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because remember you have Devo, you have Josh Hart. So right there, that's kind of like, if you
we
bring
got
him,
way too many. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it will be too small.
So I'm looking at my focus is a big for that second unit. That's really what I'm focused on.
Right. I mean, because they want what's the name from Utah. It costs too much. Walker
Well-
Kessler's going to cost too much. So
Oh yeah, no. There's no way you can get him right now, in my opinion. Utah already said they want. First of all, Danny Ainge wants to bend us over the rails and do everything he can.
right.
That's his
Tell me
thing when it
about
comes
it.
to the Knicks.
He wants to farm Papa John. He wants to farm Papa John's pizza, a whole barn. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So it's I love the thought of him. I like his game, his physicality, what he can bring. But it's like, what? And I understand why, in some regards, looking at his game, why Utah would ask for a lot. So, but in the same token, now we can get him for, whatever. Then yeah, let's get him.
I thought it was one first round pick, but I told my rejected two first round.
But I thought they turned down two.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Come on, man. I mean, come on, bro.
Mhm.
So I get it. No, I'm just like, you know what? No, right now it's what do we? It looks like it's going to be Jericho, and then we got to play the field and see what happens once training camp starts, and then once the season starts, you have to see what happens because right now it's I look at the landscape. I also look at the money because
Yeah.
that's the thing with me. I always look at that CBA, the new CBA now. We
Mhm.
are at that second
Apron. Yeah.
apron, and it's
Mhm.
like, okay, well, we can only do but so much. So it's like, okay, we
Oh,
can't bring back.
are we at it after the Brunson thing? Or we added because of the Brunson thing, or because
See,
I
I
thought we
don't.
still about
The
15.
Brunson deal doesn't kick in until next year. So whatever his
No,
salary is this year,
we still $16 million under the apron. But if we sign Precious or
Mhm.
something like that, then it's like we could still use them. It's something like 5 of them, some
see now
mid
if we
level.
get Precious, if we have Precious, then I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I mean, unless you find somebody who is going to be more beneficial. But Precious knows the system. He did give us something last year. You
I
know,
agree.
other than going up against Embiid, who in the East do you really, on a if he has to fill in for Julius, I mean, if he has to fill in for Mitchell, do you really worry about as far as the center? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what other centers? I mean, now, I mean, I just like I said, I just don't see any big main centers that I'd say, okay, well, if you had Precious and he had to go in and start, what's up, Earl, man? Thanks for
Mhm.
tapping in, brother. Who is he going to? I mean, if he goes up against an Embiid, yeah, we got to do things defensively to really limit his touches, especially with the other pieces that they have. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, damn, I forgot their second unit drumming. Can he handle big ass
Oh,
drumming?
right,
Yeah,
true. Because that,
That's
cause
big.
that was
And then
that
they
was
got Eric.
something the Knicks was looking at was Drummond, and he wound up
Yeah,
going to the Sixers too.
that's a big solid pick. And Philly's making some moves. Getting Eric Gordon too is big for the 76ers too.
Gordon.
I
I know
forgot he
Sixers
went there
fans.
too as well.
I know
Yeah,
Sixers fans that are hating
Caleb
it. They're
Martin.
like, they hate
Yeah.
that. They're like, why do we get Eric Gordon? I'm like, what?
I know
He's
to
a
me
good
that was
3-point shooter.
Caleb Martin was good for them, but Eric Gordon, I don't know about that.
They just want
Right.
Eric Gordon. That's about it. I think that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Caleb was big to me because I told my man Mitch, I said, not only is that good for you and what he brings to your unit, but you hurt Miami. You really did
Mhm.
Oh,
hurt
that's what
Miami.
I said. Right, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you gave it back to them.
My,
Yeah,
my, boy,
So
my boy's a Heat fan, and he was saying the same thing. He's like, man, he said Caleb did that in spite, man, because we gave him more money, offered him more money and stuff like that, and he still turned
correct.
out he signed for a cheaper deal in Philadelphia. He's like,
well, I mean, hello, he's saying Philadelphia is going to basically be in
He
position to
think
go for a
they right there.
championship.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
Miami is not. Like I
right,
was saying, when I tier it, I'm like, it's Boston, then it's New York, Philly, and Milwaukee, then it's Orlando, Indiana, Miami, and I forget one more. And
Cleveland
Cleveland, yeah,
is
Yeah.
in.
yeah. So in I mean, if you want to argue Miami is right underneath them because they lost Caleb, then that's fine. But when you sit down and you look at the East, it's like, okay, that's how it's tiered in my opinion.
Right.
So and then of course the rest of the toilet teams, led by Brooklyn. So
Mhm.
Oh no.
No.
Hey, a little side note: Kyle Lowry sounds back with Philadelphia.
That's a good
Roll,
move.
Well,
roll eyes, right? Because he's trying to win that championship.
well, look at their roster right now.
I know.
Kyle Lowry is their start. It was another starting guard right now because they don't have anything. Unless you want to say Caleb Martin is a
I
starting
mean,
guard.
that's the second unit. They looking at their second. Kyle Lowry's on
No,
this.
no, Larry has to come off. Larry may have to come off the bench because
Who's
the starting
starting?
five,
He's
the
coming off the bench.
start, the Sixers starting five would be Maxi at the one. I
Mhm.
think it will be Embiid at the five, PG at the three, Oubre at the four, and they do need a two guard. Yeah, they're gonna need a two guard.
Unless now, if you say Caleb Martin or Eric Gordon starts, okay, but
Good point. I'll
they
start
might
Caleb
give it to
Martin.
Kelly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
he's saying
you know what? If you're gonna put Kelly Oubre at the four against
Hmm.
us, I'm gonna take that all day long because
no,
that
he's not.
means he has to
No,
go.
he's not gonna
He's
be.
going to have to go up against Julius.
No, PG gonna be at the four, and then Uber be at the three because
Also,
Ubre's on.
PG at the four. My fault.
Yeah, Uber is only 6'7".
Yeah.
Still, can PG handle
No,
Julius down in the box?
he can. He can.
That's why I'm saying it's like, when
I know.
and that's why I tell Philly fans, some of them are like, oh, we're way better than their exact words, we're way better than you.
You know how
But
these.
I've heard that too.
we're
Believe me.
all together now. If you want to say, you want to pick and choose at certain times, I'm cool with that. But to say you're way better, because we got Paul George. Okay,
It's a
well,
stretch.
look,
Is he gonna be
go
available?
starting lineup.
Is he going to be available all season though?
Maxey and Brunson are even. Right now we have Bridges at the 2. Who do you have at the 2? Okay.
Right.
Now, if you want to say OG and Oubre, I'm taking OG over Oubre.
Oh,
Now, if you want
yeah.
At the 3, right?
if you want to say Julius and PG, that you want to say that's a wash, okay, I'll give it a wash. You want
Right.
to say Embiid at the center over Mitchell, okay.
Right.
So right now we have the advantage because of the 2 guard. Because if you start Eric Gordon, I'm taking Bridges over him.
Oh,
If
by
it's
far.
Kyle Lowry, I'm taking now Caleb Martin for his defensive game.
That'll be
Okay.
even.
And he's
But
not size, right?
Martin can be streaky as an offensive game. That's where we can but his defense probably can put can impact Bridges. So just like you said, it's even, in that regard in terms of the starting line. That's why I'm like, they're not way better than us.
That's what I'm saying. That's Philly fans saying that, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, you got your 2 main players like Embiid and PGs. They always hurt. That's the problem.
Hey,
That's the problem. You know what I'm saying. Maxey will be there. You know what I'm saying. But
PG's what, 35 years old?
Yeah, he's 35 years old.
Yo, bro.
No, 34. PG's 34.
Okay, 34.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna be 35 when the season starts.
So I mean, the question is, what are you going to do if he gets? And then he signed for 5 years.
4.
4 years to 12. 4 years to 12.
So you're locked into that contract, especially if he gets hurt for a significant time. So it's like, okay, all right, in the East, Boston, Milwaukee, and New York is going to be a battle, man. What's up, Wales, man? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you. So
I'm telling you, the Atlantic Division is going to be a battle between the Knicks, the Sixers, and the Celtics. Those top 3 teams are going to be battling all season long. It's going to be.
Well, I want to also see Cleveland, though. Like you said, what are they going to do? Because didn't they just offer Mobley a big contract, or they're talking about it?
Yeah, Mobley's about to get the 5-year, 225 too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now, if you do that, does that mean they're trading Jared Allen?
He's still there for right now. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I don't even care if they keep both of them because, like I said, they're not physical either. Neither one of them is physical. That's been their biggest problem.
No, it's not that. But what I'm saying is, in terms of going up against, Philadelphia, they
not, like I said, with Embiid and Drummond, they can't handle them because they couldn't even handle Mitchell Robinson by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely not handle Embiid. They too thin. They too thin up front.
Well, Jared Allen doesn't play that bad against Embiid.
He's a string bean. That's the problem. He's a string bean.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't.
Mitchell can against
Robinson
Mitchell.
Gave both of them a problem. He gave both of them a problem. Mitchell Robinson gave both of them a problem
against Robinson and Julius, and against those 2, I'm taking us. Mitchell's going to get the offensive rebounds. They can't handle that. So Mobley is not going to be able to handle Julius. Now he's talented. Don't get me wrong, but nah. And then what are you going to do with what's his name now that Mitchell signed back? Is Garland? Is he going to accept his role?
Yeah, I heard that too. Like he was saying, like if they was going to sign Donovan, he's going to ask for a trade. But you know what I'm saying. But I haven't seen it. But they saying the trade market's not good for Garland right now. That's what Cleveland's saying. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes over there, but they need to get it together because, like I said, I wasn't too impressed with Garland either in the playoffs because they needed him to step up, and he didn't step up in the playoffs.
Not really.
In the East, the only teams I'm concerned the most with is, of course, Boston.
It's our division. That's it. Our division. That's it.
I am concerned with Orlando. Orlando did seem to give us a problem last year.
Yeah.
And getting KCP is big for them.
Yes. Yes.
But the thing about it, see, like the thing with Orlando is like I don't even Orlando and Boston. We never really faced them fully healthy either. So I don't know what this. I had to see them fully healthy against Orlando and Boston. Those are two teams that we really didn't have fully healthy against them all season long, most of the season. So I have to see how this team looks against them.
Philly,
You
I'm
know,
fine with. Indiana, look, Indiana, yeah, they won, but they
yeah,
won
back.
against a decimated team. If we're at full strength, no, it's not even
Right.
close. It's
Yeah,
not.
they ran it
Sorry.
back. They didn't make no big addition. Everything looked like
Nope.
they brought the same team back.
Nope. Brought everyone back, so no major additions. So, and I look, go right ahead, sit down and think that you got their guys stepped up and played some great defense. Again, we didn't have our full squad, and if it wasn't for OG getting hurt, we were going to beat them with a half a roster.
No, man, I already know, man. That's why I was like, oh, man, I was just feeling, I was like, man, can we just like get somebody healthy back, man? But
I
OG,
agree. At the same time, we really could have. I agree with you. At the same time, we really could have won that series anyway. We really should have won Game 3. The Nemhard 3, we were
Hmm.
up 9. And again, I
Mhm.
get it. I know the Knicks were injured, and I agree with you. At the same time, and again, I'm not arguing for Ben Mathurin. I'm not. I'm just saying Mathurin is the Pacers' third best player. I get it. OG is arguably a better player, and I get it. Mitch and Randall are huge too. I'm
Mhm.
saying the Pacers losing Ben Mathurin, that's key for Indiana. So Indiana
yes.
wasn't healthy, so let's be objective.
I
Well,
mean,
I'm
I'm
just
being
saying.
objective, but the
it's
thing about it is they were down one key player. We were down at what, three key players out of our starting lineup alone.
let me tell you
So
something. And Ben
I
Mathurin
I
ain't,
understand.
but Ben Mathurin ain't that type of player, bro. He's good, but he's not that type of player to make a difference like that. They would, if the Knicks would have been fully healthy, they would have mollywopped the Pacers.
I
They would have,
but that's an
I
if
agree with
though.
that.
That's
they would
if
have
though.
lost the
That's an
Pacers.
if though.
No, ain't
That's
no
an
if.
if though.
No, there's no if
No,
because I'm telling you right now, if they
they
if
couldn't
both
handle them.
listen, if both teams are fully healthy,
mhm.
ain't nobody taking no bet that Indiana's gonna beat New York. Ain't nobody taking that bet because I'll bet you straight up that they'll sweep them or they probably will beat them in 5 games. They are better than Indiana.
Okay.
They better than
Okay,
Indiana.
the reality still was, despite injury, we blew Game 3. We were up
Yes.
2-0,
Yeah,
and
we
despite let's just go with the facts, not opinions here. We were
mhm.
up 2-0 in that
Hmm.
series. We blew Game 3 up by 9, and remember, despite injury, we did win by 30 points in Game 5,
Yes.
despite injury. So I'm yes, I get it. The Knicks were injured. Despite that, we really could have beaten the Pacers anyway if we just defended. It's not like we weren't capable of beating Indiana despite
Mhm.
injury.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Correct,
but
No.
which is
yeah, but
true.
the difference is we was playing Indiana at a small unit. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? They had a lot of they was long. Siakam and
And
Turner were like,
Turner.
they long. You know what I'm saying? They big. We was playing
I
against six.
know.
We had 6'5" guys out there on the court, like 3, 4 point guards with Hartenstein was playing with like 4 guards out there with him some of the games and stuff like that. So, but like I said, and Siakam is a good player, like I said, but Mathurin, like I said, he's a good player, but he's not no superstar type of player.
I
He's
never said he was a superstar. I'm just not gonna make it seem he wasn't important. I never said he was a superstar.
No,
I just
he's
not
Hmm.
gonna make it seem he
important.
wasn't important though.
but
He's important.
he's not the most important player. The most important player is Tyrese Halliburton. It's not Ben Mathurin.
I
Mathurin,
agree with you.
No,
I
he said
agree
he's
with
the
you.
third best player. He did say that. But
oh
I'm going
yeah,
to ask you this, okay? Because if you're saying about Mathurin and he's important, yes, he is important, and that's a fact. But now, if you're saying with Mathurin, then are you saying Indiana's at a second tier with Milwaukee, New York, and Philly? Are you saying that, or are you thinking they're at a third tier with Orlando, with Cleveland? Are they at
To
that level?
me, to me, I think a healthy Pacers team is better than the Bucks. Here's what I believe. I think a healthy
Hmm.
Pacers team is better than the Bucks because I don't trust the Bucks style of play at all. I think they're better than the Cavs because the Cavs they're not that deep. And I don't think Garland and Spider Man fit. And look, I like the Magic. The Magic are a great defensive team. Their problem is scoring. They can't score. There's a reason why they blew Game 7 up by 18 against the Cavs without Allen, because the Magic couldn't score when it mattered, though. So to me, if you have in my belief, if you have
Hmm.
a healthy Mathurin, again, I'm not overhyping him. I'm not.
No,
I'm
I
not
got you.
saying
I
he's a
got you.
star.
I got
I'm
you.
saying if you have a healthy
Hmm.
Mathurin, Turner, Spicy P, Hallie. I think they're. I think with the TJ, OB, etc. I think they're. look, I think Boston, Philly, New York are better. I just don't think. I just think Philly is just like between first to second tier around that for me. Between first and second tier around that, I think they're better than. I think they're better than every team in the East, not named Brooklyn. Excuse me, Boston, Philly, and New York. That's just me.
Right.
Hmm.
You
Okay.
know what? You know what? I could kind of agree with you. They did beat the Bucks during the season, though. You know what I'm saying? They gave the Bucks a lot of problems in the season. You know what I'm saying? With the Bucks, they had that team.
They gave him fits. They was up and down the court. They couldn't stay with him.
They ran them.
Exactly. That was with Greek Freak on the floor. That was with Greek Freak. Yeah.
They
Right.
ran them boys. I give them that. I give them that though in Milwaukee. Cleveland, yeah, like I said, Cleveland, they like a Jekyll and Hyde team, man. I don't know what to make of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Because if Donovan ain't playing, them other guys really ain't dogs like that. They not dogs. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Donovan makes them dogs. You know what I'm saying? When he's playing out there and stuff like that. But Jared Allen, Mobley, and Darius Garland, to me, they part of the all airport team. They look good in the airport. You know what I'm saying? Until they get on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they only got one dog on that team. Donovan, that's the only dog they got on that team. Them other guys, I ain't afraid of those guys. So I do agree that
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland is a third tier, or they could be in the second tier. I mean, but third, they in between there. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how healthy they are, how they play. You know what I'm saying? Now Mobley and what's
Yeah.
name really up their game, then it's a little bit different. But until they show me that I'll still put them down. Like I said, where you said that, coach, like in the third tier or something like that.
Yeah. See, I'm always putting Indiana at that third tier. Right? For me, it's always going to be Boston. It's going to be New York, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia in that second tier, and then Indiana's in that third tier. With
Mm-hmm.
Orlando, with Cleveland. I mean, I understand that they took care of Milwaukee during the season, but
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee can still take care of a lot of the other teams in the Eastern Conference, and that's why I'm putting them up at that second tier. So yeah, do they have to prove it in the playoffs? Because that's the money time. Yeah, but that's also another reason why. Because you know what, and Chris Middleton, I think is going to be a big key because he was in and out all year, just like we're talking about OG and Julius. He's been in and out all year. So if he's playing and he's playing to his potential, he really is a big factor to what they can do over there. So that's why I look at Milwaukee as in the second tier with us. So
I think the thing with Middleton is like he's been in and out of line for the last 2 or 3 years. I think that knee is just ain't gonna give him, like, he's always gonna have that problem with his knee. I think that's the thing with him. So the Bucks are looking at that too, and I know they like, man, this guy's good, but I mean that injury, it's gonna
but
be
you can
every
you can
season.
make the same
It's almost
argument.
like
You can
it's
make
almost like
the
a injury. It's almost
you can
like
make that same argument about Julius. Julius, the last three playoffs, has he
yeah,
been
I
out
know.
because of the playoffs? I mean injuries.
But Julius's injuries are not like him like, what is it, like the sprained ankle, the what you
True,
call
fair.
it.
The shoulder, yeah. I mean,
A Middleton thing is like that's an injury that's like Kawhi Leonard. That
consistent.
injury,
No, that's fair. That's
that's
fair. That's fair.
that's the difference.
That's fair. I mean,
So yeah, I mean, but that's the thing with Milton. See, it's like a guy like he's their all-star player, but they really can't trust him during the season because of the knee problems. He'll play games and he'll miss games and stuff like that, and that's what's been going on for the last 3 years with him. So I ain't gonna say he's almost like damaged goods. He still has it, but he's just damaged, man. And I don't know. I think that's gonna be the end of him with the Milwaukee probably after this season
what's up, Mitch?
or next season, whatever. Mitch, what's good, guy? Yeah, man.
We
But
we, we talking about your Sixers, Mitch.
oh,
Oh boy.
yeah, he's Sixers, man. He's the Sixers,
Nah,
man.
he's a big Sixers fan, so
Him at
die hard.
halftime of the Sixers,
Yeah,
halftime.
yeah, him halftime. A lot of them in the hardcore. They're Sixers fan or Philly fans. So
Yeah, yeah, it's
you
gonna be
know
good, man. It's gonna be very interesting this season, man. It's gonna be very, very interesting this season,
he's
man.
one that hates the Eric Gordon sign in, and he does not like what you call who they just Kyle Lowry. He's like
Yeah.
he's live streaming it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Kyle Lowry's the dog for them. He's the one that's gonna be
Yeah.
in there, fucking diving and
Hey,
taking the
but
cheap shots at players and
Kyle
stuff
Lowry
like
is
that.
like he's like that little chihuahua that's always nipping at your ankles or
Exactly.
something. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
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 all.
wild.
That's all. That's all that you need, Kyle. And sometimes you do. You need that dude that'll take those pot shots for you and stir the pot a little bit, get your team going, and get back in the game or whatever.
He's
But,
good
but
at
I'm,
flopping. He's very good at flopping and
All of
getting
that.
up.
All of that. He's part of
Yeah,
the entertainment. That's all.
yeah.
I'm gonna say
You
this
know what
like
I mean?
I don't know if he's a bigger Sixer fan than this guy that we used to work with back in the day. I mean, this guy. This is when the Sixers.
Oh
This was
God.
when the Sixers was bad. This guy he used to take the games to go back home to watch it at night after you get off work to see how they lost.
Jesus.
You're like, what are you
Yo.
lost the game? They want to see how they lost the game. I said, oh man,
Yo, that's back in the day with VHS tapes and
yeah,
stuff like that. Like,
that was in
dude,
the '90s. That was in the '90s.
yo, save your money from this tape
Mm.
over the games.
You remember how you used to like program it, right? Program the tape to read
Yeah.
every single day for them games.
Mhm.
It's like, why
Mhm.
bother, dude? They lost again. Don't watch another L.
But yeah, but like I was saying, as far as like the NBA money and TV deal, man, like I said, it's going to change a lot how the salary is going to be, man, going forward and stuff like that, man. It's like we're going to be seeing an $80 million a year player. We're going to see $100 million a year player. It's like I never thought I was going to see probably in my lifetime. But you know what I'm saying?
That's sports, man.
You saw the
That
Shohei Ohtani's contract, the $700 million contract, and I'm like, whoa, you know.
that's sports, man. That's all sports, man. I
Well, you're
mean,
seeing it. You kind of seeing it. Tatum, not to cut you
mhm,
off, but Tatum, 61 million already.
mhm,
Yeah,
Come
mhm.
on,
Him and Brown,
retarded.
$100 contract. So,
Yeah.
so
So
Celtics don't sound like a billion. They got $1 billion contract. That's what I'm saying. They don't sound like to $1 billion. Like, yo, where's this second
But
apron on these guys?
that's where this owner is smart too, because putting the team up for sale, you sell while it's hot right now. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
he's
get out
right.
before I really get
Exactly.
you know, let me get my $5-6 billion and get out of Dodge.
Yo, take it and run. That's why Mike sold the Charlotte Hornets because he knew where
Hmm.
it was going to. He said
Yeah.
after he signed Lamelo Ball
Well,
to that contract,
Hmm.
he's like, "Mike, get out of here."
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude's
man.
contracts is getting ballooned like crazy right now.
Yeah, because Mike bought that team for like 200 something million, and he sold it for like 2 billion or something like three. It's like he bought it.
Yeah, but they're not putting people in the seats like that over in
No,
Charlotte
I
yet.
know. That's what I say. Their games, like even like one of my guys that's on the podcast on another podcast is like he in Charlotte and is like, man, we can get floor seats anywhere, man, anywhere in the
Hmm.
stadium. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you want. You
Exactly.
know,
It's like almost like Atlanta game.
yeah, Atlanta games, but you know what I'm saying? Atlanta games, they be crowded like when the Knicks, the Lakers, all those other teams come and
Hmm.
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
It's to be packed. And but like I said, Atlanta, that's another team. Like I don't even know what they doing, man. I don't know what they doing. They traded Murray.
Trading D Murr for Larry Nance and Dyson Daniels. That's like trading an All Star for a Pringles chips and a soda pop. What?
I'm
I
What?
telling you.
like that. I
I'm
like
telling you,
that. I
dude.
And
like
and a
that.
Sprite. They traded D
Yo,
Murr for Pringles chips and a Sprite. Come,
right.
what's Landry Fields even thinking?
Said
Yeah.
Dyson Daniels. Dyson, what is that his name?
Mm.
Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, Dyson Daniels and Larry Nance.
Larry Nance Jr. is like, yo, but you know they got the first pick, so they picked the foreign kid, right? Ricashard, whatever. I was
Oh,
Ooh.
they did add that to the
picked him
yeah,
and stuff
but
like that. So I guess that's what they
It
turned
ain't
towards.
it
And
ain't
then
Cooper
Trey
Flag. It
Young.
ain't Ace Bailey. It ain't Dylan Harper.
Yeah, them dudes is coming out next year and the year after that, man. The draft is gonna be loaded the next couple of years and stuff like that,
well,
man.
yeah, the next 2 years, yeah, they another
Yeah.
2 years. Cooper Flag, yeah, he definitely he definitely gonna get the money when he come out.
It's going to be more American players picked this time because this year was a foreign invasion because me and my boy D was at the draft and stuff like that.
Uh,
He was just like, yo, who? What's the name? Every time they say the name, I'm like, it was like from France, from this country. I was like, oh my
Mhm.
god, the international flavor was
yo,
crazy.
how does Filipowski not
Yo,
get picked?
you,
Like
you saw what happened, how he slipped down. You saw why he slipped down. That off court thing, man, with that girl, his fiance, man. That's
that with the older chick. But why would that bother anybody?
because the NBA teams they're saying like like as far as like I mean because he's estranged from his family. I didn't even know that what I'm saying because of the girl and stuff like that. It's more to it than what we know. You know what I'm
Because she's
saying?
a Mormon, yeah, because she's a Mormon, and people want to, go that route, and it's just like, yo,
Yeah,
Who
man.
cares? Can the kid play? So what? He's with a
Right.
Cougar. So what? He's with a
Right.
Cougar. All right.
Right.
You know, man,
Yo,
what he does in his bedroom or whatever,
right.
who's in love with is his business. You know, so can he play? Do our eyes deceive us? Can he play? Yeah, okay then. But hey, he dropped and he's with what? He's with Utah, right?
Utah.
Utah.
The Mormon thing over there.
Yeah.
So that was the only team that, you know what I'm saying, because of the Mormon thing. I was like, yo, you know what? That's what I said. Players be knowing what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. The draft guys be know what's going on and stuff like that. He's gonna slide down to, if Utah don't take him, then I don't know. But yeah, because they're saying like she groomed him and all this stuff. The family saying, I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on.
I don't care about all that. Like I said,
I know.
all I cared about is if he can play. And once you start worrying about what their religion and all that, man, I don't care. It's just, you know what? Do you keep your nose clean when you're on the basketball court? You're not out there murdering and raping people. Then I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, whatever, all that other stuff. Look, I'm just old. I'm old. I'm gonna leave it like that. I just want to see some good play. Competition. You
Right.
know, if you want to take it to the old school, back to the '90s with the Knicks and the Pistons, and get some, nice forearms to the chest, that type of. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But
The
all
league,
the
the
other
league
stuff.
would never be in that
Yeah,
direction
I
ever
know. I know.
again.
I know. I know. That
You see how
that's.
soft it is now. You can't even touch a guy without them talking about
mm,
you getting a flagrant two or something
Yeah,
and
yeah.
missing 3 games.
Some of it is just crazy, man. It's a hard
Mm-hmm.
damn foul, man. You know,
Exactly. You breathe on a player. Flagrant foul. You sneeze. Tag. It's crazy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do any of these do any of these dudes really play on the courts? I mean, they can't go to the rucker with this bullshit.
I mean, shit, what's the game? 21. Every man for themselves. That's the hardest game. 20 man. Every man for themselves. Every man for
I
themselves.
mean, I'm
You already
like,
know what's coming.
look, I'm not a basketball player. I'll always admit it. I'm a football player.
Mm,
But you know what? I love being physical. I love, giving a forearm
Mm.
to the side, whatever. Hand checking. When you hand check, you squeeze a
right.
little bit. Stuff like that, man. All this other stuff, ticky tack and you touch the elbow, your finger graze his forearm.
Right. It's a shooting motion. You bother shooting motion. It's like, all right.
I'm like, all right, all right, all right. I'm not a shooter, so I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know how it can look. I get it, but yeah, it's too soft. But you know what? Some of these guys, mm,
Yeah.
Kevin
And that's like,
Durant,
even looking at the Warriors, I'm looking at their team. I'm like, bro, what did y'all do? You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all think about Buddy Hield, like the only big thing that y'all got.
And
I think
slow and D'Anthony Melton in slow mo. Really?
they got DeAnthony Melton from the Sixers and who
and
else?
Kyle Anderson,
Oh yeah,
Kyle Anderson from the T
Anderson.
Wolves.
Oh yeah, you're right. Slow mo.
another
Dude,
Jersey boy,
yeah, I
product of St. Anthony's.
St. Anthony's. I remember Kyle Anderson.
I remember when he
Mm-hmm.
was the number one kid in New Jersey too. So I
Yeah,
remember.
he
So,
his
but
game.
Wow.
He has an old game, man. When I
yeah.
saw him, I was like, "Oh my god, he has an old game." You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
hmm
man, if there's
Well,
a player, oh, he's slow. Yeah, he
who
moves
wins the
slow.
West then? We already talked about the West. Who wins the West?
Well, the West is going to come down to, like I said, OKC and Minnesota's going to have to battle it out. Denver will be right there, but OKC, Minnesota's going to have to battle out, and I'll see how Sacramento's going to do. You know what I'm
What
saying?
about Dallas?
And Dallas.
Oh yeah, and Dallas because they got you
And I
know,
think Phoenix made some moves too, improving their bench.
I don't think
Mm,
Phoenix is nothing. I think they're going out with a
I
whimper.
think I think their first three, their big three, just cannot figure out how to play together. They just, I mean, what's we call it? After KD
Oh,
and
they have a new coach now. They
Book,
have a new coach too.
Katie and Book.
yeah, KD and Booker seem all right, having certain level of synergy, but
Bradley
but
Beal.
Beal is just like, what are you
Mm-hmm.
doing with him? So I can't figure out what they're doing with Bradley Beal. So
Who is their
you
coach?
know,
Who is their coach?
Mike Budenholzer, Coach Bud. Mike
Budenholzer.
But yeah, they brought him
Coach
in.
Bud, yeah.
Yeah, but is he going to be able to get the most out of them?
But you know, with Budenholzer though, he is scoring, so they're gonna be a scoring team too because like you
Well,
know
they did better trying to find a point guard though first.
that's what they
Yeah,
yeah.
Mhm.
But
You do need a
yeah.
point guard,
So
yeah.
and see, Denver to me, you said Denver. To me, Denver's in that second pushing the second tier now because they lost too many players,
yeah,
from their championship team.
Reggie
Jackson,
Jackson, KCP.
KCP. Don't forget about Bruce
That was
Brown.
last summer. That was last summer, yeah. And
They
Yeah,
Jeff
he
lost.
was
Green.
on Toronto. He was on Toronto last
He's
time.
on
Yeah.
Toronto. So
You gotta rely on Michael. Yeah, now you gotta rely on Michael Porter, and Porter's been
yes.
way too inconsistent. Yeah,
yeah.
So that's why I'm looking at them like,
Now think about it, yeah. Denver's on the
yeah.
decline. They on the decline. You know
so
what I'm saying? It's
you
like
know, OKC depending. I want to see how that young team does. But yeah, I look at it as Dallas. I look at it as Minnesota, and I'm keeping an eye on Memphis. I want
If
to
okay,
healthy,
see
it'll be
what
scary.
like John Morant's back.
John
So
Morant, but it's not only John Morant. People can sit here and hate on
oh
him.
no,
Getting whatchamacallit from Purdue.
Zach Edey.
Zach Edey in that pick and roll and that big body. You could talk about his defense, man, but he's going to foul
Hmm.
out in the low
Mhm.
post, man. That dude is a legitimate 7'4", 300, and he doesn't look it. So and you get him and John Morant in the pick and roll. He has good touch in the game. He can rebound offensively. So it just and you got him with Jackson down in the front. It's like okay,
Well, you gotta see how that works because you gotta
yes.
think Memphis is at its best when they're up and down the court too. If they
Mhm.
bring him in, they gotta be more of a half court
Well,
team.
don't this the thing. Defensively, if he can get the ball, kick it out, he's a trail. So now he's creating a mismatch coming up the basketball court. They can get down the court quickly, and if they can score, fine, no problem. But if not, they can get into their offense. Now you might have him coming on a trail to with a small forward. Guess what you're doing? You're kicking it
Right.
into him, forcing the defense to collapse. And now he's good at passing.
He's getting double
So
teamed. Getting double
so
teamed.
everyone talks about how slow, and yes, he's not an elite. He's not elite speed, but he causes mismatches just by his size alone,
Right.
and he showed he can hit the three. So and that's the
Mhm.
thing. If he can hit the three consistently as a big man,
Think about him, and he rebounds. He rebounds too. That's his thing. He
yes.
rebounds too. So that's another thing.
What the
So
last summer league game he had 16, 17 rebounds with 14 points.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing with him is like he's going to get a lot of fouls. He's going to draw fouls because, like
Yes,
I said, when he's double teamed, he draw fouls. He gets rebound. He gets putbacks. He gets
he's
fouls. Like the dude he's active
he's
around.
old school low post game.
Right.
Right.
Definitely. So good footwork, and he'll position him. He'll get close into the paint, and next thing you know, dump it into him easy. Literally, he doesn't even have to jump to put the basketball in the net. So that's why I said I'm watching Memphis. I want to see how they develop and grow. D Rose is still over there too, right? D Rose
Yep.
was signed with them.
Still over
Mhm.
there.
So
D-Rose was there, yeah.
you got D Rose over there. You got
Jackson.
from Boston over there.
Yeah,
Marcus
So
Smart.
yeah, so it's like they have talent. It's just they were decimated by injuries.
Mhm.
So I want to see how they develop and mesh. And if they remember when Ja was on point, they were tops in the West.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
it's like okay, well, if they can get back to that, then they're going to be a team that you really got to consider when you break it down into the teams in the West. I like the Sacramento that you mentioned. Yeah,
Mhm.
Sacramento is definitely one I'm definitely going to be watching now that they just with the recent trade. I'm like
And,
okay,
and and Memphis didn't lose much either. I mean, they
no,
still got the same guys back. They got Desmond Bain, Jaron Jackson.
mm-hmm.
You
They still
know,
got their core. You're right.
Yeah,
This injuries. This
Brandon.
injuries is
it's
at them.
injury and then Ja
Yeah.
with what happened last year. So if he just focuses on basketball,
Mhm.
he's look. I like him more than I like Zion. So and that speaks volumes. So so
That's another thing with New Orleans saying. That's another thing you got to watch for New Orleans too with DeJounte Murray now over there because they
Mhm.
needed him. guard because McCollum was not a point guard. He's a shooting guard and stuff like that. So that changed a little
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, I like Jones on their team. That their defense, he's that good 3-and-D type.
Herb Jones.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but how much better would the Pelicans have been if they kept Drew Holiday with Zion at that time?
I think they would have been. I think they would have been a little bit better. I think they would have been better. I think they would have been
Corey
better.
Lee, you better Corey Lee can jump on this panel, bro, for a second. You see the talk your Knicks, bro. Peace and salute, bro. But
yeah,
And
no,
I have
you're
my
right,
number in the
Mitch.
chat, by the way. I have my number in the chat if you want it, by the way.
okay, I got it.
Yeah, you're right, Mitch. They can't trade Ingram now. They definitely can't.
All right, I saw that. They got Ingram, yeah, they got a little squad over there.
But
We
wait
have
a
to
minute, Ingram. Wait a minute, who's playing what? Because you got Jones. Is Jones coming off the bench now?
Yeah, Jones would have come off the bench. Yeah, because
Ooh.
their starting five would be. I think it would be Murray, CJ, Bi, Trey
Zion.
Murphy, and Zion.
Ooh.
Trey
Zion
Murphy.
playing the five. I don't know about that. Yeah, they need a center, man. The Pelicans
Yeah,
need a center.
they need a center.
They don't have what's the name there no more?
JV Valanciunas. Valanciunas is
Yeah.
gone. He's going to the
Nah,
Wizards.
he went to the Wizards.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because there was talk that we were looking at him too. So he went to the Wizards because they gave him the money. So yeah, they need a center too. Wow.
Yeah, he's some bigs. You know how they go. Some teams need bigs, man, and need some big body guys. But
but they can't do without that. They can't go small ball and think they're gonna win.
Dude, I don't trust Zion at the 5. No, I don't trust Zion at the 5.
Well, you don't trust his health to stay consistent with that.
Ooh, Zion's gonna be at the 5. I forgot to see.
Looney's. Wait a minute. I thought. Oh, is Looney a free agent?
Who?
Yeah, Looney's a free agent. Yeah.
Looney.
If I'm the Pels, I'll snag him. If I'm the Pels, I'll snag him.
What about can we get him?
Hey, I wouldn't mind.
I thought the Knicks was looking at Looney at one point, or the other backup center that the Warriors had.
He signed to I knew you're talking about the number 2 overall draft pick.
He's my Wiseman, James Wiseman.
Well, not Wiseman. The other. Kevin Looney was another one that Knicks was looking at, but I thought it was another person. But no, Wiseman is a wash. He was over at Detroit. If he couldn't stay with Detroit and start because he's like Kevin Knox, like get out of here, go back to the G League.
Kevin Knox is in the summer league right now.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Wiseman should have. That's all he had to do is come out and play.
I don't know what happened with Wiseman. I know coming out of high school, he's one of the top rated players, and he went to play for Penny and all that stuff, and then that stuff all went down. And then I don't know what happened, but he got to the NBA with the Warriors, and I thought it was going to be a good for him over there because they picked him number 2, and stuff never worked out, man.
I like
Draymond got in his head.
Draymond probably punked him.
Yeah, Draymond got in his head. I guess after he saw him punch Poole out, he was like, "Yo, you messed me up."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, Draymond knows who to attack and who not to attack. Real dudes, you throw hands with some of the wrong dudes, yo, bro. I don't care who the hell you are.
Yeah, you know what that meme been going around with Draymond, and he did that to Ron Artest, and then he turned around and saw who it was, and even crazier than me.
Exactly. There's some dudes that but that's the NBA today anyway. So a lot of them cats, they ain't about that life. Draymond knows that. He knows that, so he can get away with it. But you run up to the wrong dudes, all right, bro.
I got you. Yeah, Dennis Rodman in the league still. It's like Dennis Rodman. He ain't playing a Rodman either.
Hell, I remember when Melo was he was going after KG after the game. So that tells.
Oh yeah.
There's some dudes that you just like, nah. Yeah. I look at. It's just what these cats today, they ain't about it, man. They talking, but when you gotta really lay it down, nah, man, nah.
Yeah.
They make a business decision.
Right. It's like too many like fake tough guys, right? Fugazi. That was the word back then.
Mm.
Like, he's Fugazi. You know what I'm saying?
Fugazi, yeah.
Fake tough
That's
guy.
a good.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today's NBA, like I said, man, it's a finesse league to me. They don't let these guys play like back in the day. Same thing like NFL. It's becoming a finesse league because they want the scoring up, and also they don't want too much defense and brawling out there. So that's how they make it. You know what I'm saying? Because offense sells tickets. I guess that's what they want to see. They don't want to see a grudge match. You know, like they don't
Yeah,
want
offense
they
sells
don't want the
tickets, but
90s Knicks. I know,
physicality wins you championships, man. They
I
win
know.
you the championship, man.
Hey, I know all that, man. But like I said, hey, it's gonna be great. This season should be great for the East and the West. Now you think about it, the West is gonna be loaded too. The East is gonna. I mean, it's what though. It's good for the league. It's parity is good for the league though. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it just being like one dominant team or with a bunch of like cupcake walking through the. You know what I'm saying? But now this is like
Mm-hmm.
the East is gonna be it's gonna be a what you call it, a grudge match. It's gonna be a guillotine. You know what I'm saying? The West will be the same way too. So hey, I can't wait for the season to start, man. I'm all about it, man. Like I said, the Atlantic Division, that division right there, those three teams in the division is gonna be it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great for the league and stuff like that. I mean, they're gonna get the ratings, and I want to see when they do the schedule how many of these games going to be on TV? You know what I'm saying? Because they put on prime time. How many of these matchups is going to be prime time on TV though? You know that off the rip. We'll see how many games New York get on TV, how many games Boston gets. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know,
Well, I mean, with the
So
new TV deals, I mean, it's to me, it's well, I mean, because it's all over the place right now. It's not like it's just TNT and ESPN. Who is it? It's NBC. Who is it? NBC, ESPN, and who else?
I think CBS is in there, no?
Okay, maybe it is CBS. I thought it was four though. That's why I could have sworn it was four.
hmm?
Well, I would hope they're not trying to get like Amazon Prime and all them invested in that because that's just getting crazy.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
talking about major networks?
streaming though, it just seems to be the way every big sports program wants to go. Because with the streaming, they just figure that's going to be the money that they can make. But I'm just going to say this: if the Pac-12 ain't teach you, streaming ain't going to be the way.
Right.
I mean, you lost a prominent conference trying to do streaming, and the team said, "No, we not about streaming, bro. We out. We going where we know
Hmm.
TV money is where it's at. For everything people say about cable and everything, it's a foundational point, man, and that's where it is. And you can do all the streaming apps you want, but look at where it is: NBC, CBS. Even football at CBS, NBC, and ABC. No, Fox. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
And the Big Ten, in terms of college football, is securing NBC. So it's like, don't y'all realize that that's where it always is gonna come back to, because that's the foundational piece. I mean, y'all know we grew up. Where was it? CBS,
Yeah.
NBC, Fox, ABC, UPN, and WPIX. And,
Right.
and that hell, I go back to where it was what you took the TV and changed it to UF.
Yeah. You're right. I know.
Going way
Don't
back,
don't
but
don't don't forget WWOR or whatever.
yeah,
What was
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it
My
was the
mind
other
now.
station?
And
Right.
but that's the point. That's where it's at. And it's like, most people, because that's free access. That's
Yeah.
free
Right.
access. So it's like, yeah, everything else you got to pay for. But if you put it on free, people are going to tune in a lot more there, and you're going to get more viewership, because that's what it's about. So
Right.
and that's where, I mean, I know everybody talks about TNT, but I get it, but hey, where did it come back to? Like you said, CBS, ABC, NBC, and now ESPN.
Right.
Right.
So and that's where, and they're the big money programs. Because wait a minute, Disney has ABC and ESPN.
Yes, they
Yeah.
have.
So
Yep.
they're going to have their share. NBC, I think, is by itself, and who owns CB? No, No, is it NBC and Peacock are together.
Right,
Who
NBC and Peacock are together.
who's with CBS? Oh, is CBS by itself?
CBS maybe Basa, but I know ESPN and what's called is together,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Correct.
ABC.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
they're all tied into to Disney. So,
I'm sure CBS with somebody. I got to find out now. You know what I'm saying? Because I
but
mean, I'm sure they all be with somebody or
when
something
you
like.
look at all that, that's free access. That's the point. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like
That's regular mainstream
ex-
TV networks. Yes.
exactly. Yes, we want to stream and we can pull up our phones and all that. But let's be real, man. If you got it on, CBS, I mean, being in New York, just like with football, you turn into those TV. Yeah, you watch the later games that are on NBC and then ESPN, but
Mm-hmm.
you want the main meat and potatoes. And that's where, these leagues know. That's why going to Amazon is like, everybody doesn't have Amazon. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right.
I
Can you?
know Amazon, Peacock, and I know, man, Hulu, all them Prime, all that stuff, man. Is like those are subscription. You got to pay for those things now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's free.
As
You know.
as I tell people all the time, I said, y'all go with the subscriptions, just like having regular cable. It's gonna come back to regular cable because you're paying for all the different subscriptions with pretty much the same thing you're doing with cable.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, so that's pretty much what it is. And then free access is what we all are used to growing up, and you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna get rid of it. You're really not. Some people may leave, but they'll come right back to it because when prices get too much, free access is right there. And with sports, when you have these major leagues showing it on free access TV, Sunday night, where's it at? NBC Prime. Everybody's tuning in. So you might say ABC on Monday night for Monday Night Football, but Sunday is always on free access TV. And that's
Right.
where it's
Right.
going to stay. So and do what you want to do. Get your little subscriptions on. I get it. I do my little subscription. Don't get me wrong. Regional Sports Network. You could say regional, in some regards, yeah, it is regional depending on where you're at. But
Right.
the main point is free access is free access. Your local regional, however you want to categorize it, for us in
Mm-hmm.
New York, the Jets and the Giants. Where's it? CBS and Fox.
Right.
Right. Right.
The Knicks. Hopefully they will come back. Oh well, no, they're not.
Next is
Dolan,
next is
Dolan.
next. Yeah, next is
The
gonna stay
MS,
strictly MSG. Yeah.
MSG, they don't get me started because they piss me off because I'm in North Jersey and I can't get fucking MSG because of Xfinity.
I know, no, like
Really? They
Yes,
don't.
for
no.
2 years I cannot get MSG because they are at war and they pull Xfinity pulled MSG from the circuit. You have to go find some type of streaming or get the. So yeah, I can't. You have to do
Mm,
one of these. The little free sites online that sometimes goes out and.
And he's right because when I used to live in Jersey, like Central Jersey, MSG wasn't available. I was in Mercer County, but you had to be Central or North Jersey
You
to
had to
get it.
be like in Middlesex County, that
Right.
area to get
You
it.
cut
Yes.
it off and give you Philly channels after.
I thought that was just only based on what cable subscriber
Mm,
you use that didn't carry that. Because
no.
most of
No.
those areas, some of those don't they have Spectrum in those areas?
Not where I'm at in Jersey.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Now, if I could get FiOS in my apartment complex, then I could get MSG. But because of Xfinity and MSG are at war because MSG wanted to charge a little bit more, and Xfinity is like, no, we're not doing
I hate
that to our consumers.
Of course, because Xfinity is basically Comcast.
Yes.
that's it's Comcast.
Comcast is basically what the Sixers and so
hmm
forth on.
If I was living in Middlesex County, when I
Correct.
lived in Somerset County, I actually could get the Knicks or New York stations and Philly station. But then, when I moved to North Jersey, nah, where I'm at, it's Xfinity, and I can't get MSG for 2 years, bro.
I
two
hate that.
years.
Wow, that's
So it's
crazy.
it's like you either have to go the outside route, or you just what, if they're on ESPN or any other station, TNT, TBS, then I could watch it. But MSG, or
Yeah.
you.
And
Don't even
and
like
S and S used to mess with me because whenever the Knicks played the Sixers,
he can't
even if
watch
I had the MSG channel, yo, they would block
it. Black
the game
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
if it
black
was shown and if they was playing the Sixers at home, they would block the game on MSG.
Mm-hmm.
right.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I paid for a channel. You tell me they
I
could block the game?
was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No, the game is on. You gotta watch." He's like, "Nah, I can't watch it." He said, with Comcast
And
Xfinity got
that's
something going on with them.
I couldn't even
goes.
see it on a package. I couldn't even see it on the NBA package.
Nope. You can't. Me neither.
Because
I
they
can't.
blocked it on that too.
And because MSG, I can't go NBA package because of the MSG. So it's just like
Wow.
it's like, in my apartment is not ready for Files. So it's just like, all right, I can't watch the Knicks, or I got to do the little side routes where you watch it on the computer, but then sometimes it's always going out, and it's just like
Buffering, yeah, and
Yeah,
all
I
that.
mean,
Yeah.
the only way you can do it DirecTV because DirecTV is the only one that got.
I can't do satellite in my apartment. They don't allow satellite dishes.
No, DirecTV don't you don't have to do satellite no more. They got where you can do your internet and stuff like that, streaming and stuff like that. You don't have to have
Really?
yeah, you don't have to have a satellite no more. Yeah, call them up. They're right. You don't have to have a satellite no more. They offer two, either satellite or they offer streaming. But your internet has to be a certain
Oh, but
speed.
it's streaming. It's streaming. No,
It's
I
streaming.
don't. The one thing I will tell you about Xfinity, man, I got like the one trig. So it's just like, yeah. So that's why I like when my stuff.
You got the 1 gig one.
No, I got one trig.
Oh, that's what I say. So you can get it. Like I would try it though. Try the DirecTV streaming. So try it out on that on the.
Yeah, but keep in mind if Comcast knows that you cancel sometimes and you go with another subscriber, they'll cut all their cables too.
No. What I'm saying is, I mean, you just need it for the internet service. You could use DirecTV streaming. Got all the stuff.
No, yeah. If I keep the internet, yeah, that's fine. I can do whatever I want with TV.
Okay.
So
yeah, he just needs the internet. The one trick.
Okay.
Great. So that's what I would try. I would try with DirecTV, see how it goes, and see how to stream it. If you like it, if it works, hey, then keep it. You know what I'm saying? But if not, then you always get the Comcast.
Yeah, but I wish I could go back to Fios, man. Fios was always the best for me.
Yeah, I know.
But that's also
I just thought they was expensive though. Fios.
See, they are expensive. Here's the thing: I used to work for Verizon when Fios was first coming out. I did the rollout for all the training. I knew everything about it, so it was just like, yeah. But in terms of the quality, sometimes it's like, do you want quality? Then you got to pay for it. So, but yeah, they are expensive. I will admit that. So it's like, Comcast is definitely cheaper than them, but I will say one thing: when it comes to that TV, nope. You can say what you want. Fios had them hands down for me, where I used to live at. So that's why I wish I could move back to Central Jersey. If I could, bro, call Verizon real quick. And then my cell phone, Verizon. So I don't change that. Nah, people, Verizon.
Hey, yo, y'all hear this on this thing about somebody trying to kill Trump at a rally? Somebody tried to shoot him at a rally in PA. This says ears.
Try to kill who?
Trump. I just seen it on Twitter too. They arrested the guy. I mean, it's on Twitter. I just
Oh my gosh.
seen that in a rally in PA out there.
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm just
saying. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because when it comes to that, I'm just like, man. Sometimes I'm wondering, are we headed for civil war? Because it just seems so crazy. And look, you ain't gotta like his political views. If you don't like, then do what you gotta do. If you believe in voting. If you don't, to go up there, you think you really gonna take him out, man? That's the dumbest shit. I mean, no. Let me shut up. Let me shut up before I get myself in trouble.
Listen.
I just wanted to say that and stuff like that too. But it's just I ain't just seen that stuff. I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Because I ain't been on Twitter, so
I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter. It's like people just like like it's blown up on there and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it's on the news and also CNN, all these news and stuff like that. It's like breaking news and stuff like that.
No, it is. I just turned the news on. It is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's breaking news and stuff like that. So somebody tried to.
He was shot. They said former President Trump was shot with a bullet. that pierced his upper part of his right ear.
Oh man, it's
Ooh.
like, yo, this is gonna be
Yo,
he,
these dudes, yo, he got blood all over his face.
yeah,
Yo,
they,
it's
it's a,
on the news.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
Wow.
bro.
And
I mean,
Taj Gibson signed with the Charlie Hornets. Okay.
who's
Who?
Taj?
Taj Gibson.
His favorite guy
Oh
up there to me, your
Lord.
favorite guy, Taj Gibson.
Oh Lord.
He happy. So
Dude, just hang up just hang him up
hey,
already, dude.
now
Come
you gonna
on.
now you gonna say you're happy now because that way he won't come to the Knicks, right? Because somebody got him.
Oh
He's
God.
occupied right now.
Yo, and then have Tibbs just be playing the minutes that he shouldn't be playing?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's saying Woj reporting that he signed for 3.3.
He got I got a better minimum 3.3. Man, even
Yeah.
he get 3.3 for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
1 year.
He's a veteran. You gotta give him the veteran minimum.
Oh
Benefit,
wow.
benefit
People are
team.
saying, "Yo, is this shooting staged?"
Somebody bleeding. I don't think it's what I'm saying. But
Nah, I don't nah. They caught him. They caught him, dude. They got him out of there too. And the thing is, they rushed him, and to be honest, I'm surprised this happened in PA because most of the people in PA love this dude.
not everybody. You know what I'm saying. That's the only thing. These guys are everywhere in every state, man. There's somebody that's not. You know what I'm saying. That could be a crazy dude. I don't know. Mental health issue. I don't know, man. You know.
Boy, it's gonna
Listen,
be
this
crazy now.
he don't come to Philly to do his rallies. He go to those
I
upper
know.
parts. You know what I mean? He be in like Hickville, PA, trying to do his
Rural
shit.
parts, right? He be in the rural
Right,
part.
like going towards like Ohio type out there.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
out
mean?
the Pittsburgh out
You
that way.
dig what I'm? Yeah. He really was shot. That wasn't staged.
No, that ain't staged. That's some people saying no, that
No,
was
but there's people on Twitter saying, "Was that stage?" So
yeah,
I
but
don't know.
if somebody bleeding and stuff that it ain't staged, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As far as like getting shot to or like grazing or something like that, they ain't like they just missed, man. Which is like, man, that's crazy, man.
Look, I don't wish death on nobody.
Nobody,
Just not over politics, man. I mean, come on, man. Look, you don't not agree. You don't got to agree with everybody's politics, but damn, I mean,
That's the world. That's the world we
like I
live in.
said, are we headed for civil war, man?
Listen, fellas, everybody just better. If you live in a state that you can strap up, get your gun ready now.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, I already told people around me. I already told like, I just want the next day off from election day because I want to see what's going to happen. I want the very next day off from election day. It's like to just watch all the TVs and see what's going on around the country.
Wow.
No boy, this
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
this
a
gonna
bit.
be on all night. This is breaking news all over the place. Like they try
Yeah,
to.
this is gonna be crazy right here.
But we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. So I'm gonna let everybody say they finals. You know what I'm saying? To me, thank you for coming on, joining on this topic, man. Coach Ed Gladney. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. You know what I'm saying? Smash hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Also subscribe to my channel, the Man Cave Podcast, man. Thanks for everybody watching on YouTube. And Twitter was supposed I don't know what's going on with Twitter. I got to find out what's going on with
Twitter, you can't do it because Mitch even told me, and I saw it. You got to pay. You got to be a premium content
I just
to
seen that
be able to stream it, which is like, yo, man, this is crazy.
YouTube. I mean, they just did it today because we did it the other day. So they just changed it.
So it's just like, yo, I mean, Twitter just, Elon Musk wants to try and get paid or whatever the case may be. Look, man, figure out a way to stream it on Instagram, TikTok, all the other platforms. All right, fine. Twitter, you ain't getting money from me right now. I mean,
right, that's what I'm saying because I saw that thing.
Right, I hear you.
I was like, what's going on? I was like, you got to be a subscriber to be a platinum member. I was like, huh? I was
look, just do us all a favor. Make Twitter a subscription so we can all just say, all right, let me close out my account and move on. I mean, because that's where it's going.
That's it. Keep it simple.
Right? First was the blue check mark, right? You want a blue check mark? I ain't paying for no blue check mark.
Yeah. Now you got to do all this other stuff. I mean, look, man, cut the bullshit.
Everybody
cut
wants
the
you to
bullshit, man.
subscribe. Everybody wants you to subscribe. By the time you look around, everything is going to be like, you're gonna be paying like about $300
Next shift.
out.
What's up, NYG? Toronto Raptor and my brother from another NYG, also known as another, who's also a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Oh
So
yeah.
so next shift, Randy, he's a Toronto Raptor fan. So but they're cool. I do podcasts with both of them. Next shift with the Pick and Roll podcast, as well as we do the Full Court Press where we talk about the WNBA. So, and then NYG we do Heart of the City.
Sure.
So
The black top, yeah.
the black top, yeah. So definitely. So the good basketball talk, good sports talk. So next shift is an Eagles fan. Go figure. He's in Canada, but he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, dude, these dudes is all over the place.
but NYG is like me, and yeah, we're Giants fans.
So
yeah. So
brother, man, NYG, Unpopular Opinion Sports, man. So like I said, Coach Ed, man, tell them where they can find you at, man. You know what I'm saying, on your channel.
You already said on YouTube, it's Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. So this is one of my shows that I do, Reading Attack Sports. So giving my perspective on whatever, from college football to the women's game, it doesn't matter. On Twitter, Skies Papa 72, SKYSPOPPA 72. On Instagram, just like Rakim said, don't sweat the technique. Yeah, so that's it. I'm old school. I admit it.
No,
So
I hear you. Listen, listen.
I gotta be. I try to type in there.
It's don't sweat the DA technique.
Oh.
DA, yeah,
Right,
not
okay.
the DA,
Yeah. So if you put that in, a lot of times I'm streaming or shooting stuff on there, but most of the time I'm on YouTube. So, and I'm streaming pretty much damn near. It seems like every damn day. So
I know, man.
So, but hey, look, I'm trying
getting that working.
I'm trying to get my videos up and get my sponsors out there because do my little commercials for my people who believe in me. So so that's pretty much it, man. That's where I'm at. So I appreciate all the love and support. Anybody wants to come by, you want to talk college sports, man, let me tell you something. That's my first love, more than the NFL, more than the NBA. I love college sports, especially college football. I'm amped for it. I'm a Rutgers Scarlet Knight fan for decades. So but I'll talk anyone else. It doesn't matter. I know the ins and the outs of college football. I'm a coach, been coaching since 1981, from many different levels, so I understand the game of football. I love it. X's, O's, techniques, it doesn't matter. I'm starting to break down film for kids, giving them the insight, to help them get to the next level. So, if you got kids, whether it's me or some other people that I'm associated with, we'll break down the kid. We don't charge you. We do it for the love. So, we want to see these kids get out there and grow. And, maybe who knows, maybe one day we'll have the next LeBron James, whatever. So, but y'all get my point. But that's where I am. So, and if you want to see the shows, like I said, just tap into me, every day, Monday, pretty much every day. Sunday,
every day.
Yeah, Sunday. I got a show. Yeah, I got a show every damn day.
Right, that's what I'm saying, man. He do it all, man. So just having the Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports, man. And like I said, and also check out the Big Blue Crew. Also, hey, as a new member of the Big Blue Crew, man, hey, I'm on part of the Big Blue Crew network and stuff like that. Go check out my other, my other guys and brothers and stuff like that. Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG, Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Inside Sports. You know what I'm saying? Go check out Mac the Giants fan, Blue in the Bronx. Who else? Knicks Cast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't forget Really Flawed, the female of the group.
Oh, really?
She knows college football. She knows sports, man. She knows college football, bro.
Really flawed.
And she's a Colorado Buffalo fan. I'm going to shout her out. She's a Colorado Buffalo fan, and she will talk it. She will talk it. And it's a big Steelers fan. Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Really flawed. Go check out her channel too and stuff like that. And what's that on Zion Zenith?
Yeah, Zion Zenith,
Wales,
Mac the
Jersey.
Giants, AC Wales. Yeah, it's a network, man. It's
Yeah, I mean,
growing.
we cover a whole bunch of different sports, man. It's like basketball, football, baseball, hockey. All that stuff is like. So it's just like a
Boxing. They're doing
box.
leather. I think they're doing leather to the face tonight too with
Oh,
Wales and G
Big Pat.
Nation. I think they might be doing a leather to the face where they talk. They do
Wales.
boxing. They do UFC, MMA. They break it down, man. So if
Yeah,
you're into
man.
it,
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
I mean, I'll shoot their channels to you and stuff on there. You can just look on there and subscribe and stuff like that. You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Okay.
But yeah, but football season, going to be all Giants and stuff like that. So it's just a lull right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back to it on there and stuff like that. Right now with the Knicks and what I'm saying. But we well rounded, man. It's gonna be well rounded sports and stuff like that. That's all you can expect, man. Hey, if you're looking for sports, hey, we got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on here, man. You know what I'm saying? WNBA, you know what I'm saying? College basketball, college football, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be talking about that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good, man. We're gonna catch you on the next podcast, man. So I don't know what I'm gonna come back on. Probably next week sometime. I'll see. It's gonna be a little busy week next time, but I'll put it in the thing in the queue and stuff like that, man. So until next time, man, we'll check you guys out, man. Thanks for everybody for coming through, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing love and stuff like that. Like I said, thanks a lot for coming through.
No doubt, kid. Yo, fellas, it's good. It's been entertaining. It's been a
Mhm.
pleasure to be on with you guys.
Hey,
Love
Rob,
it.
we just about to go off, man.
El
Oh
Capitan
my God.
Rafael El
It's all good, man.
Fucho.
Thanks for coming through, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But you have to get us on the next stream and stuff like that because we about to go off and stuff
I
like that.
know I just came late because I just doing something with the family and friends because, well, family is first because I have something like a pool day, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know that I just wanted to came out to say shout out to everybody else in the chat
Oh,
and the.
yeah, man.
I know you guys have made a great points about for the New York Knicks, and I was truly shocked because when I was watching the playoffs between Knicks versus Indiana Pacers, I mean this is a great opportunity to see Knicks in action. But I will ever see the New York Knicks getting prepared for the action for the next season because after Jalen Brunson extension, boy, there's no coming back right now. I mean, the New York Knicks had all the skills, had all the weapons ready to get for the season. I mean, there's nothing to compare about it.
So Ralph gets you every time, man. It's like,
Yeah,
hey, Ralph, yo, check out his channel too, man. El Capitan, Ralph and Chill. You know what I'm saying? He's a
thank you.
Big Raiders fan and stuff like that. And he does what do you do? Soccer, some other stuff. He do a
Also,
lot.
I do like soccer, basketball. Also coming soon. I'll do a play-by-play in women's basketball, which is the WNBA.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
he does it in Spanish and things like that. So you know, you can follow
Oh
Oh
yeah.
him
yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, you catch him. Like I said, Raiders. Whoever like the Raiders, he's a big Raider fan, man. So I know he'd be doing Raiders game during the season, like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yo, Mook should love him, huh?
Oh, I know. Yeah, right.
NYG,
Yeah,
yo,
I know. NYG Unpopular Opinion
he
Sports.
said, Rap get you every time.
Next shift.
I know.
Mitch, thanks for coming through. Corey Lee, my brother, you know what I'm saying, from one half of the 718 boys. You can catch him too, you know what I'm saying. I'm talking Knicks and stuff like that on the weekends on Sunday, 718 boys, BOYZ. You know what I'm saying? One half of them, Corey Lee and the Boulevard, my other brother. Thank you guys for coming through. Wales, say Tudo. Got to shout out Tudo, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Barry, Jacob, of course, Coach Ed and G Money, who was on for a minute, you know what I'm saying? He had to get off, but G Money was on here too. Keith Watkins, thank you for checking in. And also Big Pat, man. Big Pat was in early on, stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Because I know he got to do they probably gonna do Leather to the Face or G Nation Inside.
Mhm.
So they'll be over there on that stuff, man. But about to be out of here, man. I'll see y'all
All
next time.
right, fellas.
All right. Have a good
All
one.
right.
Deuces.
Peace.
Peace.
Who's got the rocket launcher? I say we blow it up. Now fire that thing.
This for the city of sports, playing with a giant Nick. With my man S. God.
That's him.
You feel the vibe?
That's me.
We going live.
That's us.
That like button shared, you been subscribed.
Stadium.
That MetLife, Big Blue, home of the Braves.
Yeah.
That turnpike you can see, that's where the game's played. NFL one day, then it's the NBA. Madison Square Garden, that's where the Knicks play. This that NY Logan, North don't get broken. Legalized mean this shit smoking. I'm on topic, dropping another episode. The game winner, trade, maybe a field goal. Everybody right now doing the wave. You tune in, the show called TheMan-Cave. I see the chat, they always doing their thing. Big views, 85-inch screen. The game's on, you rush and bleed. Stay calm, you on the road and chill. Do the watch along. The show's on, the host, you know it's S-God. It's no telling, the panel filled with guest stars. You now rocking with the voice, you know what it is. It's your boy J Boogie. You now rocking with my man S-God. I support him to the fullest, you heard? My man Mike Blaze. This is Alter Production. What that mean? We about to alter everything that's playing. Tune in. My man S-God G-O-D. Support the show. Subscribe, share it. Most importantly, hit that like button.